achieving their full potential. Because they know if they give us some money, they know if they actually give us some tangibles, it's over for them. It's literally over. Don't let me start crip walking out here, you guys. Seriously, I'm from LA. Don't let me start, because I get hyped about this. It's really ridiculous that they have not given us our money. All the other people have gotten their money except for us, because they know how powerful we are and what we are going to do with that money. Yes, clap it up for that. Black people, clap it up for that. So today what we're trying to do is hold our leaders accountable and demand that they take action today. We are not going to stop. Like I said, one thing about us black people, when you owe us money, I don't care if it's $5. They gonna be at your door like, where's my $5? We are not letting up until we get our money. Clap it up, everybody. Clap it up. Clap it up. Yes, clap it up. So we have some amazing guest speakers today. And the first guest speaker, I am so excited about this man. I can't say enough about this man. So this man is a life Black nationalist, a Christian minister. He's an author, a filmmaker, an active from his youth to his present, devoting energies to youth groups, political activism, and lobbying. You guys, please welcome the first amazing guest speaker today, Dr. Randy Short.
Isn't God good today? Are we people of the sun? And this is the sun out. This is going to be a great day. First and foremost, we've got to thank Brother Tariq Nasheed and his team and these beautiful brothers protecting us from all the garbage that could and might happen if we didn't have the FOI and other people looking out for us. Thank God for our brothers. Thank God for the sisters. Thank God for the FOI. Thank God for the technicians, but most importantly, thank God that we're here. Now, it's going to be a little tense because I'm going to be very honest with you. We got a lot of work to do, but we can get it done because God's on our side. And when God's on your side, who can be against you? Nobody. Can white supremacists? No. Can the bootleg? No. Can sellout Negroes? No. Can illegals? No. Can liberals? No. Can racist sodomites? No. Can feminists? No. Nobody can stop us, that's right. Now, let's start this off. We're here because we need MFM. And y'all know what that means. And since they're families, and my mother's here, thank God for my mother. In fact, let's just take a minute and give a big applause to one, Tariq, his team, the security, and give all of us a hand. They keep saying that we're not going to get it and we can't get it done, and Tariq and many others in the NewBlackMedia, Sister Vicky, Afro Elite, Black Afro, everybody proves we ain't going no place, and we want our MFM. And I'm going to be polite because there are children here, and I don't want to be in a Diddy situation for being too vulgar, so, my brothers, don't do no cussing. And what if Biden calls me? I was going to tell my brother, just tell her that you Chris Hansen. Brothers and sisters, MFM stands for Mother Blank Money. So I'm going to ask you, what do we want? and I want y'all to say MFM. And I want you to shout so loud until Joe Biden's defense busts the leak. And there's so many of you out here, Kamala Harris can't sleep with all of you to convince you to go to their side. So I'm going to ask y'all, what do we want? MFM! What do we want? MFM! What do we need? MFM! What did Nat Turner want? MFM! What did Malcolm want? MFM! What did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad want? MFM! MFM! What do we want? MFM! What our sisters want? MFM! What our brothers want? MFM! What the unborn want? MFM! Amen. Let the church say amen. Amen. We're going to do one bad word. Because we're going to let our enemies. DC is Boule Central. It should be called District of Caligula. Did he learn how to do freak-offs down here? Not yet. This is a nasty town. It's a wicked town. My grandmother used to work in the White House and just stopped working. I wonder why. It's a nasty people in there. We've got to break the curse. Do y'all know in the White House they had to do a cleansing because the slaves would stay in the basement of the White House and dozens of black children died in the White House. It's cursed until we get our money. It's wicked until we get our money. God's not going to do right by this country. Every country in the world is dropping the dollar, hooking up with bricks. Y'all think it's just circumstantial? No, this is God judging America because we don't have our MFM. It's not a handout. We've been handing out land and labor, blood, sweat and tears. They just reenacted the draft yesterday so they could drink the blood of our young black men who they only want to incarcerate. They only want to have the police killed. They only want them addicted. They only want them in foster care, or they want them to get their genitalia hacked off and tell them if you cut your thing off, you can become another sex. No, you go from being a man to a eunuch. You can't change your chromosome, and America can't change its debt that it owes us, and we want every single penny and then some. Somebody say MFM. MFM! You know, people have the nerve. They have the damn temerity, the nerve, the gall to act as if we're beggars in the country that we built. In the country, look, you're here at Potomac. Potomac means land of everything, land of abundance, land of fish. I'm a descendant of the Piscataway. This is my damn land. I'm not getting a rent check from Joe Biden or Kamala to build a house. The Capitol is built on top of the prayer grounds of my people. Can I afford a home in the city that belongs to my people? And I'm the beggar. No. Who steals music? Who steals inventions? Who steals everything? Then put their name on it. My God. We're old. God says so. To whom much is given, you stole 3.6 million square miles of land. You enslaved 5 million people, killed at least 6 or 7 million of us, and then killed the Aboriginals, which is us too. To whom much is given, much is required. MFM is ours. It's a birthright. And it's not to be shared with anybody but us. Okay? No more people of color. That's people on crack, not people of color. We don't hate nobody, but imagine me going to another country and feeling entitled to for the compensation of suffering of people in Jamaica or South Africa or Haiti when I didn't go through that. Isn't that some BS? Somebody tell me that's BS. Y'all agree? Major BS. And when you think about a political system of a country that has billions for Ukraine, billions to kill Palestinians, billions to kill Yemenis, billions to dog the folk in Haiti and traffic their children, and they're going to welch on giving us the money that we're owed. The foundational wealth of America is we Black Americans. We made it. Everything is us. They don't have anything without us.
That's right.
Who defines American culture?
That's right.
Michael Jackson or Lawrence Welk? Come on. It's our culture. It's our land. And we want our money.
That's right.
You know, they make it seem as if reparations is crazy. Do you guys know that a reparations bill was approved in Congress 92 years ago for veterans who felt like they should get some extra money for having served in World War I? Now, it got shot down by the Senate, but 92 years ago, on June 15th, 1932, they approved giving $2.4 billion to the veterans. They give money to whomever they wanted to. When the banks collapsed after they set up subprime lending to steal from Black Americans yet again, they gave $24 trillion or more to the banks. Don't tell me that you can't cut us a check for $20 trillion. Don't tell me you can't do it for 40. And if you can't give it in cash, we'll take it in kind. We've got some work to do, people. We need to be very clear. White supremacists and racists and black traitors are all amongst us. They're standing in our way, but they are not greater than we are. Our greatest impediment is the failure of those that are on code to understand how to come together to get our MFM. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me be very clear. We're going into a war. A war has been made on us since the 1500s. Since the Catholic Church decided to split the world between Spain and Portugal, they've been at war with us. Our problem is we've had too many people like that disgraced pastor, Dick Jakes. And he takes it too. We've got these people that tell us we'll just get along and be friends to everybody when they've got books like the Turner Diaries where they're planning to mass murder all of us. The government knows all about it. And that no good coon from Kenya, named Ofaga, that's what I call him. They knew in 2009 that the police departments across the country were infiltrated by white racial terrorists who planned to make a race war. They just busted someone in Arizona and they keep catching them. They know all about it. Certain people have a thing that's called the Day of the Road where they're going to mass murder all of us. They're at war with us, and so all this idea of swirling and assimilating, and look, I don't hate folks of any kind. I'm not preaching hatred of anybody. Okay, I was just telling folks to show you how crazy this world is. You know, I always talk to folks about genealogy because you know what? We're one Black American family that hasn't recognized how much we need each other because we don't have anybody but each other and God. This was something that our elders used to know. We've lost the sense of the knowledge of one another, and we need to get on top of that real fast. The illegals come here and set up with their gangs, whether it's legal or illegal. They do give them our money, and they're giving them billions, stealing from us yet again to replace us. The only thing that's going to stop them is us becoming a unified force, an army for restitution, an army for reparation, an army for reconstruction, an army for independence, an army for freedom, an army for justice, an army to make right what's been done to us for centuries, and we apologize to nobody. You need to begin to elbow your way with even our own. So we've got a central issue here. If you're a boxer, you have to prepare for the fight or you're going to get your ass beat. We've gotten flabby. Our music isn't what it used to be. We're not taking care of ourselves like we used to. We don't love each other like we used to. We abort and kill and let Child and Family Services steal our children. We're getting divorced. We're letting racist feminists teach the women to hate the men, and then we got this scatosphere where the men are now hate the women, want to run with everybody else. In order for us to get what we are owed, we're going to have to change our state of affairs. We're going to have to turn from looking for allies and get alive with self. We need to be alive because the greatest elements of our atomic bomb is black, male, and female unity in the form of a family. That is the greatest fear in this country, that we will come together, love each other, protect each other, cherish each other, respect each other, protect each other, have health care for each other. We used to do it before we had almost $2 trillion in income. There's a reason that we're not organized, and that is because we've got enemies within our group. Oh yes, we can talk about all of them, but let's just be clear. You got the Democrats, the Republicans, you've got the divine swine, you got the Gasons, you got a lot of people working for everything but what we need. We've got the Congressional Black Circus, the National Asshole Network, the Southern Christian Cool Leadership. We've got so many of these groups that are doing everything but bringing us together. What we voted for them to do. And it's time for us to have a purge and a civil war. And if you're not on code with MFM, if you don't understand that my reparations do not belong to somebody in Sudan, my reparations do not belong to people in Mexico. My freedom isn't dependent on somebody else's freedom. Pan-Africanism is a great idea, but you know what? Why not some pan-Black Americanism? Why not some unity here? Why not invest in one another here? Why not stick together here? Why not have families here? We're going to need a supernatural divine love for each other because of the thousands of years of conditioning. If you've ever read Chancellor Williams' book about how they've been working to bring us down, and in this country, 500 years of non-stop voice. In reality, we've never fully breathed free for 500 years. Look at how the Palestinians have had 120 years of what we've had 500 years of. Folks in Africa, Nigeria, the white folks took over Nigeria effectively in 1910, were out by 1960. I had to explain to a Nigerian, my grandmother was born in 1911, and she wasn't really free. And then that was a year after Nigeria became a federation. In 1960, when Nigeria became an independent nation, my grandmother couldn't vote in this city. My grandmother was segregated. My grandmother was a second-class citizen. And basically, when my grandmother died, they didn't diagnose that she had ovarian cancer, and she was in a medical facility. This medical apartheid. All of these things. Our sisters dying when they want to have the baby. Sisters being sterilized. Organ theft. In order to stop this, you know, the Bible says Satan comes but to kill, steal, and destroy. Haven't we been killed and destroyed? And haven't we been robbed? Well, do you think we're dealing with God or are we dealing with Satan? Isn't this the synagogue of Satan? Folks sit up and take the Bible and tell you a 50-year jubilee is a justification for why we don't get reparations. It's time for us to come together like never before. It's time for us to kick out traitors, to be harsh.
Hell yeah.
If you can't get out your house, pray. Let me give you a story. Back in 2011, I was in Libya about this time, watching them bomb and kill people in Africa with Obama and Susan Rice, the half Jamaican former Secretary of State and United Nations representative for the United States U.S. Ambassador. And when I had an opportunity, I went to the 40th anniversary of the Congressional Black Caucus up in Howard. And I went there to confront Donald Payne Sr. And when Donald Payne snuck out of the building on Howard's campus, I snuck out too. And I want to give you an example of the kind of traitor leadership that we've got. I asked Congressman Payne, sir, I just came back from Libya. They are gang raping, mutilating, making snuff porn, torturing, butchering black women and babies and girls in Libya with U.S. tax dollars. And you know, he kind of giggled in my face. He giggled. And he says, oh, well, you know, these things kind of happen. These things kind of happen. And I said to him, sir, pardon my language, y'all, what the fuck use a nigger congressman and nigger congresswomen if we don't protect our black women and girls, sir? And I went on to say to him, excuse me, is there a genocide in Africa that you don't like? How come you don't do anything for folks in Newark? And I don't know, God is real, people. I told him, God's cutting your life off. You're not going to live 12 months. He died 11 months later. We need to pray these people out. If you can't boycott them, you can't vote them out. Our ancestors would get, and when they do, will the circle be unbroken? We'll pray them out if we can't drive them out. You know, his son got in, and in March, one of my buddies from Sudan came to see me, and I told him, I can't help you about the genocide in Sudan because the son of the man I prayed out is in, but I'll pray for him. So on April 1st, I prayed that God deal with Donald Payne Jr. because they're killing folks all over Africa. The Paynes had a lock on Africa in the Congress and wouldn't do anything. You know, Donald Payne had a massive heart attack April 6th. Okay, they tell me to go. Are y'all good? Okay, now I need to stop, but let me say this to you. You know, prayer changes things, boycotts change things, unity changes things, love changes things. And more importantly, before I leave you, I want to say this. As part of SALT Ministry, as part of the United NewBlackMedia, our group, we work under Brother Tariq and them. We're starting a thing called the Black Patriarch Movement because we got to get our black men into warrior mode. We are going to meet on August 24th here. We want your support. We need your help. We got to GoFundMe. It's a Patriarch Summit. You can always find me if you do YouTube. I'm the Angry Black Men's Book Club. Email me if you can. I'm wrandyshort on gmail.com. I do respond. We must bring, and trust me, when we get the men together, we want to have the Wazis, our warrior sisters. In fact, say Wazi sisters. Wazis! All you Wazis, you warrior sisters, we're going to have, by the fall, 2 different groups working in tandem because when black men and black women get together, nobody can stop us from getting our MFM. MFM!
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 Guys, give it up for Dr. Randy Short. I can listen to him talk all day, seriously. But we're only pressed for time, so we gotta. But give it up, everybody, one more time for Dr. Randy Short. And one more thing. Give me my money. FBA.
FBA!
See, I like y'all. Y'all participate. I'm gonna have y'all working today just y'all know. Y'all gonna be working. Okay, so I'm really, you guys, super excited. I love this woman. She's so amazing. She's an educator, she's an engineer, a powerful youth advocate for over 20 years of educational experience. She has created numerous programs geared towards Black youth development. This woman has been in countless documentaries, from Buck Breaking to American Maroon to Season 1 Soil, Washington, D.C. She's currently a professor of engineering at Morgan State University. Please welcome Dr. Mahat. Come on, y'all. Say it loud. Come on, FBA. Make some noise! Black power! Black power! Black power! Clap it up for your black selves! Can we get a hand clap for Brother Tariq Nasheed? Let's give that brother his flowers while he can smell the mache. Clap it up for your black selves for being here today. And let's clap it up for our ancestors. For we are the sum total of our ancestors. We see far because we stand on their shoulders. Ashe? Call out the names of some of those FBA ancestors. Call them out right now. Malcolm X, Dr. King, come on. Ida B. Wells, Harriet Tubman, call them out, y'all. Nat Turner, call them out, y'all. Fannie Lou Hamer, come on. Huey P. Newton, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Come on now, Ashe, y'all, Ashe. Ashe, y'all. The ancestors are smiling right now, family. Whenever we unite and we get on code and we act in our best interest, the ancestors smile. Now, when I say ancestors, I'm not only talking about those who preceded us in death, I'm talking about those who preceded us in life. So right now, people like Dr. Raymond Wimbush, he's smiling right now. Dr. Sandy Darity is smiling right now. Dr. Claude Anderson, our warrior scholars, are smiling right now. Dr. Claude Anderson said that reparations is a necessity. And he said, this man has been on the front line speaking about reparations for decades. And Dr. Claude Anderson said it's a must, because he said FBA does not control a sufficient amount of resources to be competitive in this country. So he said if we don't get reparations, we're going to be done. He said whites control almost 100% of the wealth, power, resources, privileges, and all levels of government. And he stressed that voting is quid pro quo. Dr. Anderson said when we vote for someone, we should get something in return. Come on, you just don't throw away your vote. Listening to the boomers tell you you gotta vote for the lesser of two evils and somebody died for you to vote. That was a dagger, wasn't it? I love you boomers. I love you boomers, but that was a little dagger. We're practicing quid pro quo. And we want to go out here and vote. We want something for our vote. And that is, say reparations. Black folks have been voting Democrat since Roosevelt was elected in 1933. He promised America a new deal. But what it did was create opportunities for white Americans and it further disadvantaged Black Americans. Yet we've been voting Democrat ever since. And what has that gotten us? Deindustrialized communities with no jobs, failing schools, neighborhoods with no supermarkets. They closed all the recreation centers, mass incarceration. So what have we gotten? Nothing. But is the Republican Party any better? No. We achieved illegal emancipation under the Republican Party, but we only achieved that because, remember, Lincoln wanted to preserve the Union. Remember, he said if I could keep the institution of slavery going, I would do it. true freedom through the Republicans. And then after emancipation was signed on January the 1st, 1863, it was followed by 12 years of Reconstruction. But remember, that ended in 1877 during the Hayes Compromise. That's when they pulled the federal troops out of the South. And what happened? FBA went into semi-slavery, which was Jim Crow. Come on, y'all. So black Americans, we shouldn't be beholden to any party. If you look at my voter's card, it says unaffiliated. We shouldn't be beholden to any party. Only the party that's going to serve our needs. Dr. Davis Wilson told us in his book, Blueprint for Black Power, that we need to start our own black national party anyway. Because he said that the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are two birds on the same plane. And having our own black national political party will help us organize the black vote. It'll help us organize black dollars and enforce a black agenda. So family, I implore you to stop doing three things. Number one, stop voting for voting's sake. Understand that voting is quid pro quo. Say it with me, y'all. Quid pro quo. Don't vote for voting's sake. I know a lot of us are children of the boomers. I know it, and they say, you better vote. They start scaring you in the vote. You better vote. You better vote. You're going to go right back into slavery. You better vote. No, 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 no. We need something for our vote. And if we don't get something for our vote, a lot of us are going to choose the couch. Come on now. Two. That's right. Two. Stop allowing the powers that be to pacify you with symbols. Malcolm X said that the white man will try to satisfy us with symbolic victories rather than economic equity and real justice. So what did Biden give us? Oh, he gave us Juneteenth as a federal holiday. Well, hell, we've been celebrating Juneteenth for decades without the permission of the goddamn government. So you didn't give us anything. Come on now, he gave us a monument of Emmett Till and Mammy Till in Mississippi and Illinois. You know, he'd bring rappers to the White House, right? I call her Ratchet Red. Y'all call her Sexy Red. I call her Ratchet Red. They invited her ratchet self to the White House, and Biden them saying, look, black community, look who I brought into the White House. Then he going to speak at Morehouse College. I was so disgusted when I saw him being the speaker at Morehouse College graduation. Then Trump, what did he do? He produced some sneakers. Talking about that's how he connected with the black community. He said, I'm going to give y'all some sneakers. And then he made a staged Chick-fil-A run in Atlanta. I said, staged Chick-fil-A run. Repeat after me. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want reparations. We want reparations. Then you had 50 Cent. He just went to Capitol Hill. Y'all said, Dr. Ma'at throwing daggers right now. Dagger, 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 dagger. 50 Cent went to the Capitol Hill to advocate for black representation in the liquor industry. Repeat after me. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want reparations. We want reparations. And third, don't allow them to call any program that gives black folks a couple of dollars a reparation program. I've been looking online and some of these articles and in some of these things, well, we're going to give our black citizens $500 each. This is our reparations program. That's not reparations. America owes us trillions of dollars.
Every day.
So $500 payments is not a reparation program. So repeat after me. We don't want that.
We don't want that.
We want real reparations.
We want real reparations.
We want reparations not to live comfortably under European domination, but to be a liberated, independent, and self-determined group of people. Self-governance should be our goal. See, when I talk, I use the language of the Maroons. I say liberation. I say sovereignty. I say self-determination. See, the folks who are dominant, folks who love to live under the dominant society, they use words like inclusion and diversity and representation. No, I'm a child of the Maroons, so I'm going to talk about liberation.
salute to the FBA brothers and sisters who are building homes on land we inherited in the South to create whole towns for us. Salute to our brothers and sisters who build institutions, educational institutions, businesses, economic engines, and cultural institutions in our communities, all while we continue to fight for liberation. Reparations, I'm sorry. Reparations. So FBA, I want to close with these words. Keep building.
Keep building.
Protect what we build.
Protect what we build.
Support what we build.
Support what we build.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
And know that the struggle continues.
Know that the struggle continues.
But victory. But victory.
Victory.
But victory. Say it loud. Victory. But victory. But victory is certain with that peace and black power. Hey, I told you it's a cookout, y'all. I told you it's a cookout too now. It's summertime, Juneteenth, turn up. Y'all need to get hyped, come on. Wipe me down, hey, wipe me down, hey, wipe me down, hey. I told you I'm gonna turn this into a rap concert every now and then. FB, FB, FB. Thank y'all, see? It's a cookout over here. I told you, we having fun today. Okay, let's keep this party going. Uh-oh, we have 2 notes. Here we go. All right, now this gentleman, this amazing gentleman is everyone's favorite Gullah Geechee reparationist. Hello, y'all know what I'm talking about? From South Carolina in the building. Okay, this man is an activist, a political candidate. Yes, he's a political candidate of the nominee of the U.S. Citizens Party for this year, November 2024 elections. You guys, please welcome Greg Marcel Dixon.
So, greetings everyone.
Ready.
Before I get into this, we need to get some things out the way. So first of all, I want y'all to give it up for yourselves for being here. But I also want us to give it up for those who wanted to be here but could not make it. Let's hear it for them. I want us to give it up for those who keep the same energy offline that we have for this movement online. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not say, let's give it up for Tariq Nasheed for hosting this monumental event. And now, on a more somber note, let's have a moment of silence for our people who are suffering injustices and the ones who've left here without ever getting justice. And on that note, I want to ask this. How many of y'all are tired?
Y'all tired?
Are you sure? Are you tired or are you sleepy?
Now I want brother.
You see, a tired person is a fed up person who's not going to take it anymore and who's going to fight to change things. A sleepy person is a defeated, inactive person. So let us not be a sleepy person. Now, last time we had this event, I talked about the basics of reparations. I talked about how they don't go to all black people. They only go to those of us of the lineage who are foundational black Americans and who have the federal status of freedom. I spoke about how this federal government does not depend on our tax dollars for spending, that America is a monetary sovereign, and they can afford anything they want once they account for inflation. I spoke about how even though racism is a plague that needs to end, reparations is not about ending racism. Reparations is about a debt that is old. And it's been old to us for centuries. We've talked about what reparations were, but now I'm going to talk about how we get reparations. Now, before I go into that, let me be very clear. If there's a candidate or elected official who's not offering us anything, I don't believe in supporting that elected official or candidate. I've never done that in my life. In that case, I support us choosing the couch. But what I do not support is us becoming a couch potato. Okay?
Come on, Greg!
Have you ever seen a couch potato?
Yes.
I'm not talking about those whose mobility is limited because of health issues. I'm talking about those who sit there, live a sedentary life, they become unhealthier and unhealthier, and then they slip into a diabetic coma and die from a massive heart attack. No, we are going to have to work for reparations, okay? And look, we may have different viewpoints. Me, for example, is just speaking for me. Unless a candidate is unadulteratedly anti-FBA freedom, if a candidate is for stopping this mass immigration invasion, I'm going to support that. Look at what's happening in California. You have all these white Hispanics running their mouths, talking trash about us getting what they're owed, and their parents came here illegally. So if we think we face a lot of hatred now, you have no idea the level of hatred people coming to this country illegally only because we thought they're able to come here until we meet them. I'm going to start with elective abortion. 20 million dead black babies is a genocide. But you may not agree with that, and that's okay. We all have different political viewpoints, but we all must have one political priority, and that priority is what?
Reparations! Cut that shit!
Exactly. And don't fall for the trick language. I've been hearing this trick language lately of them saying, I support reparations, I support reparations. That's insufficient. Other groups don't get support. White Americans for centuries got land, housing, all kinds of special benefits. Native American tribes and their descendants, intern Japanese and their descendants, Iranian hostages and their descendants, the Guamanians, the Downwinders, Holocaust survivors and their descendants, those groups don't just get support. They get specific policies that leads them getting money, housing, land, and having other means of ownership. So do not fall for that trick language. And look, y'all, we're going to have to work for it. I heard Dr. Randy Short say that. We are going to have to work for it. We definitely need to be organizing in the streets. Yes, we do. But I need us to understand this very important thing here. Reparations in this nation have never, ever, ever happened outside of the political structure. So let's organize in the streets, but let's organize in the streets of getting people who are going to fight for us in those political seats.
We want you, Brian!
And listen, I understand that we're tired. All of us are tired, but we cannot tire out. We need our own media companies to get our message out there for us, okay? We need our own political action committees to advance our political agenda specifically for us. We need organizations that have status-based benefits specifically for us. And we need candidates who are going to be willing to stand up and fight for us. Right now, we have elected officials who are literally willing to stand up and fight for anyone besides us, even people who have come to this nation illegally. But those candidates need teams. They need people to make phone calls. They need people to knock on doors. They need people to print signs. They need people to distribute flyers. They need people to be donors and people to do fundraising.
Woo! Come on,
we cannot
Greg!
have warriors out on the battlefield without a shield. Okay? And look, it's not fair. I get that. It's not fair that we have to fight for something that should have been ours already. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said he was tired of marching for something that should have been his upon his birth. But American slavery was not fair. It was not fair that we were enslaved, and yet we had to fight for centuries to end slavery. During the days of sharecropping, debtors' prison, torturous medical experiments, racial massacres, land theft, exclusion from wealth building programs, Jim Crow, and redlining, those things were being done to us, and yet we had to fight to make those stop. It's unfair, but look at us here. It's not undoable.
That's right. That's right. We built America, Greg. We can do it.
Our ancestors organized and accomplished their mission with far, 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 far less resources than we have now. We have more political representation and specific policies for us in the 1800s than we do now. And if we're going to be honest, our ancestors, our forefathers, they faced far, far, far more violence than we face now. And they didn't just have less protection, they had no protection. So if we are their children and they can do it, then we can do it too.
That's right. That's right.
But I have a question for you. Are you willing to do it?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
You cannot treat reparations, this movement, like a football game, and we are in the stalls cheering. No, we don't need cheerleaders in this movement. We need everyone out on the field.
Action! We need
Now,
that
some of you might say, no, Marcel, I get that. I understand, but I'm going to keep a low profile. I'm going to keep my head low. I'm not going to rock the boat. Now, I'm worried about my house. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about losing my job. Let me make something very clear to all of us here. If you don't stand up for us, you are actually putting yourself in more danger. You are putting your family in more danger, and you're putting all of your people in more danger.
Look at it that way. Look at it that way.
The same thing goes for me. If I don't stand up and fight for us, I'm putting myself in danger, I'm putting my family in danger, and I'm putting all of my people in more danger. Don't believe it? Let's look at nature. Take a lion, for example. You know the type of prey a lion usually targets? They go for the weakest, most cowering animal they can find. Being a coward is not keeping that animal safe. It makes them more of a target. On the other hand, when a lion comes across an animal that's active, that's vigilant, mighty, and strong, that lion remembers it's just a pussycat and it backs off. Now, we need to understand, by keeping a low profile, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, they come from one of us, let them know it's 100 of us. If they come for 100 of us, let them know it's 1,000 of us. If they come for 1,000 of us, let them know it's 10,000 of us. The point was, they can't get us all. And when they see all of us, they're going to realize they don't want to deal with none of us. Now, I'm going to say this here. And I have nothing against this in particular. I've been all around D.C. and I've been seeing a lot of rainbow flags. And people say they have pride. Well, I have pride too. I'm proud every damn day of being foundational Black American. Okay? Now, I have pride. Okay? I have pride. A lot of pride. And yet, I look at the Ukrainian flag, the rainbow flag. They get everyone's flags right, but being that this is Juneteenth, one day, and they still can't get our flag right.
Still can't get it right.
That's not because of us, but it's cost of it is us. We allow too much disrespect on our names, and we have to stop it. Okay?
Talk about it, Greg.
We have to stop allowing that. Listen, I said this before. If we were to the bottom of this nation because of poor decisions that we have made, I would be up here telling us, get it together. But the truth of the matter is, this is irrefutable. I don't even engage in arguments against this fact. We are to the bottom of this nation because of terroristic decisions this federal government made. I went to the Korean War Memorial, and they have a quote there saying, freedom isn't free. Oh yeah, we know. We know. The government caused the problem. Now the government to us is going to pay the cost of the problem. Okay? It's important for us to take care of our physical, mental health. So when I see you, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing? I'm going to ask you, how are you feeling? But then I'm going to also ask, what are you building? Okay? And I want to say, we deserve our constitutional rights. We are not looking to the government to save us. We don't need to be saved. We just need to be paid. Bring Marcel down. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Mr. Dixon, you can dress. You can dress your behind off, sir. That man can dress. I'm sorry. He can dress. So give it up one more time for Marcel Dixon. Give me the check. Come on, y'all. Y'all can do better than that. Give me the check. Give me the check. Okay, I'm like FB. Thank you. I love you. Give yourselves a hand right now. Give yourselves a hand. Now, the man that's coming up right now, to be honest, he really needs no introduction. This is the man that put this entire reparations rally together. This man has taught us about our hidden history through our ancestors, hidden colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1804, American Maroon, microphone check. Okay, now I'm about to bring the man of the hour, Tariq Nasheed.
Y'all gotta give it up better than that, DC. Give it up, DC. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause, DC. It is beautiful out here in Washington, DC. I'm so glad to be out here with you guys. It's hot as hell, but I'm here. I got on my suit.
Oh yeah!
I'm about to go down to Burlington and get some flip-flops, but I'm here with you. Family, first of all, happy Juneteenth. I'm very stingy about our culture, family. Are you stingy about your culture? We are all we need. Say, we are all we need. We don't need people tacking our Juneteenth onto all of these other things. Have y'all noticed that? Do they do that with other groups in their celebrations? Do they tack on other things to the Puerto Rican Day Parade? Do they tack on other things to the Caribbean Day Parade? Do they tack on other things to St. Patrick's Day? On St. Patrick's Day, they're like, everybody, you gotta wear green. That's it. With us, Juneteenth, they got pink colors, rainbow colors, trans colors, all of this stuff. They want to attack all of this stuff to Juneteenth. We're not the mules for everybody. You're not going to use us as mules anymore. Right? I saw some stuff out here in D.C. Celebrate Juneteenth and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're not hating breast cancer, but this is about us and our Foundation of Black American Lineage. We are good enough. Now, family, we also got to pay honor and respect to the brothers and sisters in Tulsa who received a harsh injustice. We're still standing with them. We haven't forgotten about them. That was a horrible injustice, and we're going to stand up for them. Because the white supremacists like to use the excuse, well, the people who were harmed, they're not here anymore. Those people stayed here for over a century to see that justice is going to be served. And we're going to take the baton and make sure that that happens. That's right. This country has created and committed war crimes and paid the people they committed war crimes against. In World War II, when they bombed Europe, did they have a Marshall Plan that they gave them money for? Yeah. Did they give money to Japan? Yeah. They even gave money to Vietnam. Yeah. They gave money to the Iran hostages in 1979. Yes, they did. You understand that? They gave money to the victims of 9/11. But when it comes to us, everybody wants to act like they don't know how to give us the compensation we're supposed to get. And we're saying no more. Now, family, we're not going to take any excuses that people give us when it comes to reparations. When it comes to giving us our reparations, everybody wants to play dumb and ask these dumb questions like, Tariq, you in this reparations, listen, why should I be punished for something that I didn't do?
You benefit!
But here's the thing, we black people, we get punished for stuff we didn't do all the time. Every time there's a crime in Chicago, we all get blamed for it. We ain't got nothing to do with that. If there's a crime in New York, they start stopping and frisking everybody. We all get punished. And also, us getting reparations, Look at how the language is. Punishment. That's not a punishment. If we get reparations, that's going to stimulate the economy. We're not foreigners, so we're not going to send money outside of the United States. That money is going to bounce within the United States and stimulate the economy. They know that. See, they know the temerity that we have as foundational Black Americans, because the excuse they like to give, well, if we give y'all the money, you guys are just going to just buy rims and weed. If they really thought that, they would have no problem giving it to you. They know that you guys are going to be entrepreneurs. You're going to start businesses. You're going to open up houses and hotels and Fortune 500 companies. They know that what you're built of. They know what you're about, foundational Black American family, because you built this anyway. You built this. This city that we're in, Benjamin Banneker designed this city, a foundational Black American. All right? That White House down the street, foundational Black American hands built that house.
Right.
We're not taking excuses. Another excuse they like to throw at us, well, how can we tell who's eligible for reparations? Everybody's just so mixed up. Well, family, when we owe money, the government knows how to find us, don't they? If we owe child support, brothers, they know how to find you, don't they? You owe a light bill, they know how to find you. You owe a parking ticket, they know how to find you. You get a Rent-A-Center TV, they know how to find you. When they gotta give us money, now, oh, I'm legally blind. It's easy to find us. Foundational Black Americans, we are record keepers. You know, you go to your grandmama's house, she got everybody's birth certificate under that mattress. We know how to trace our lineage back through paper. We can do DNA. They have all types of advanced sciences where we can trace who's who. We can do hairline analysis. Let's swab some of these hairlines. Because we're not getting people trying to be $5 FBAs out here. We're checking hairlines. And the DNA says, you're from Uganda. You're not qualified. Listen. Another thing they try to say to us, well, listen, Black people, don't worry. Stop worrying about reparations. They try to do a shaming tactic on us. They say, well, listen, and the Anglo-Europeans are very good at the shaming tactic. They say, well, you guys are begging for reparations. That's like begging. Why are you begging, Black people? You're not begging for what's owed. If somebody owes you something, that's not begging. You owe me. You Anglo-Europeans, you were begging to get out of the slums of Europe. I want y'all to understand, Europe was a slum before the Western slave trade. The money built from slavery over here funded Europe. You understand that? They begged to come to Ellis Island. They begged to go to New York. They begged to leave Europe to come to Washington, D.C. While they were begging, we were building, and we want to get paid for what we built. Family, another thing they try to do is say, well, how about individual responsibility? Just work hard. If you work hard, you wouldn't need reparations. No. Because see, they attacked us and oppressed us as a group. We couldn't get out of slavery because of the federal government. The federal government had us tied up in slavery. They used the military to go into Florida during the Seminole Wars to get Black people to try to put them in slavery. They used the Fugitive Slave Act. When we did go to free states, they would use that to come get us and put us back in slavery. You understand? So our foundational Black American family, we fought against that because they even had dogs that were trained to go and hunt us. This was government sanctioned. Now, some of our FBA family, they learned how to kill those dogs by crushing up glass and baking the glass and bread and frying the bread. They're called hush puppies. Did y'all know that? Oh, they hush the puppies all right. Fuck good! Shout out to Brother Umar. Listen, I'm in California. In California, family, They threw some numbers out there. See, when you talk about reparations, people, they'll kind of lurk around and wait on some numbers. So now some numbers have been thrown in California. They threw an $800 billion number out there. And boy, people lost their minds. The first people to lose their mind were the immigrants, the Hispanic immigrants. They were the first ones to come out and say, hey, hold on, wait a minute. I just got here. Why should I owe? Why should I be on the hook for somewhere? I just got here. Well, damn it, you just got here. You're getting all of our tax dollars. You're here because of us. Y'all going to D.C., New York and Chicago and all of these other cities, you're getting debit cards with all of our tax dollars on them debit cards. You should be the main ones cheerleading for us. If it weren't for foundational Black Americans, you'd be down in South America on a donkey with coffee beans. No disrespect. But we kicked in the door for all of these people to be totally ungrateful when it comes to us, because people feel like anything we get, they have to get, and that's not what it is. Another thing people try to say is, well, how about instead of going after the government, just go after individual entities and institutions that had you enslaved? Here's the problem. All of the institutions in America are based on anti-Black racism. I want y'all to really understand that all of them. The medical industry was based on anti-Black racism. They were experimenting on us. The banking system, they were putting in money to enslave us. The railroad system, we were doing the railroad system. We had to build the initial railroad systems. You understand? The insurance companies, they were insuring enslaved Black people. Wall Street were trading stocks and bonds. We were the stocks and bonds. All of these institutions, the entertainment industry, the first form of entertainment in America were minstrel shows. The first blockbuster movie was The Birth of a Nation. And the music industry, all of these things were based on exploitive anti-Black racism, even now. And then they try to say, well, we have to have a lot of this minstrelly, all of this minstrel show nonsense and buffoonery in the music and in the movies, because if we put something positive out there, oh, you Black folks don't like that. You like cooning and buffooning. That's what you guys like. Family, we just released a movie called Microphone Check. How many of y'all saw Microphone Check? This is a movie we did, grassroots, have an intelligent conversation talking about foundational Black American culture. We were selling out theaters here in DC and all over the country. They didn't tune in to see buffoonery and shucking and jiving. They wanted to hear truth to power. You're here today, not for buffoonery and shucking and jiving. You're here for truth to power. Are you here for truth to power? Are you here for truth to power? Give yourselves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we got somebody coming to the stage. My sister, where is she? Is she ready? Vicky, we waiting for Vicky. Let's get Vicky Dillon. I gotta get my sister Vicky. All right. We're about to get our sister in here, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm glad y'all came out, man. We're gonna have a great time today, man. We got a lot of more phenomenal speakers. We got our good brother Big Daddy Kane performing later. Yes, indeed. We're waiting on our sister Vicky Dillon to come on out. Where's she at? She's coming out, all right. Coming to the stage. Where's she at? There she is. Well, we got the Queen Goddess in the building. Y'all about to get some of that FBA spiritual energy from this sister. I couldn't do it without this sister. Her energy is so powerful.
Oh, yes, it is.
This is a phenomenal sister right here. I want y'all to give it up, Washington, D.C., for the Queen Mother, Miss Vicky Dillon. Give it up some more.
Talk back to me, somebody. Got it. Talk back to me. Somebody talk back to me.
Yes? This is the home of the White House. Somebody say, we built this. This is the home of Congress, yes? And this is the home of the Supreme Court of these United States of America. We're in a power center, black family, the Capitol. So I thought it appropriate. Somebody help me with my notes here. I thought it appropriate. Watch this. Thank you, precious. I thought it appropriate that we hold Congress and court all at the same time. All rise. I said all rise. The honorable foundation of black Americans in session will preside. And we're not alone. I hope you understand that simultaneously the ancestors are holding court. People are wondering, why are they all of a sudden asking for reparations after all this time? How many of you all know that here and now we rep them? We are the divine lineage, and they're using us and manifesting through us and by us, and we coming to get our check. For the record, I love to talk from this book called How White Folks Got So Rich. Somebody say, it's no wonder. It wasn't because they worked hard. It was because they was hardly working. Talk black to me, somebody. I want to remind you and just tell you just a few things in terms of laws and legislations that were directly or indirectly having to do with the codification of our oppression after they claimed they freed us from chattel slavery. Yes? Just a few of those things is what they call this Indian land grab that directly and indirectly affects us. In fact, the great Dr. Claude Anderson reminded us what? He said that those the Indian laws and treaties, actually there are provisions for black folks too. He told us there was such things as $5 Indians, right? Where white folks was paying $5 so that they could get the benefits that was actually meant for some of us. Some of the original Indians are what? Black folks, and there was a provision for us. He told us in his powerful books that not only that it was the Indians themselves, the $5 ones and the otherwise that were actually enslavers. They were the ones that was catching us. We were told that the U.S. government gave them money and resources to pay us and to free us, and even they refused, so they owe us too. And then I had a meeting just a couple of months ago with presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy. We had a conversation. Somebody said I ate him up. Watch this. I reminded him that he was there representing his bloodline. But I was there representing ours. Watch this. He was showing deference for the German Holocaust. And none of us disrespect the oppression of any people. Do we, family? No. But how dare you sit here and talk to me about a German Holocaust when we've been experiencing a 500-year black Holocaust? Watch this, watch this, watch this. And every religious group, including them folks, had everything to do with our enslavement. They all owe us, sir. But not only that, I'm bringing that up for a reason. Not only that, I told him, I said, watch this, watch this, watch this. I said, theirs lasted approximately 5 years. Ours lasted about what? 500 years. And we have not gotten one red cent for reparations. Watch this, watch this. He wanted to tell me about somebody that marched with Dr. Martin Luther King. Baby, no disrespect, but we're not talking about no photo op. We're talking about somebody that has to help substantively assist those of us who created these United States of America. And after you said you freed us, guess what black folks did while we were still in under Jim Crow, just up from chattel slavery? Didn't we don the uniform, go over to Germany, and free them from Hitler, only for you to turn around and come here and call us anti-Semitic? You got us messed up. Somebody say overrule. Objection. Talk black to me, somebody. Y'all sound real good. I want to be a little technical because we're in D.C. I only got a few minutes. But since we're here, it's real easy for them to make us think that we've overcome something. Now, you giving all this money to the white Ukrainians, yes? Yeah. Oh, God, today, hundreds of billions of dollars. That's a hell of a down himself, Lindsey Graham? Didn't he just go on television and tell us that the reason why we really fighting this war in Ukraine, this proxy war, is because they got trillions of dollars in minerals in the Ukraine, and we don't want to give that up, he said, to Russia and China. Did y'all hear that? That's our reparations. That's why I keep up with geopolitics. Watch this. Legislation, the Indian land grab, yes? Y'all, we in Washington, D.C., yes? So we got to get real technical with this. Watch this. It says what? Jefferson's curse. We're talking about slavery, the most profitable business of all time. Somebody say all time. Watch this, watch this. It's sugar to cotton to oil, it says. Jim Crow laws, right? New slavery, sharecropping, predatory lending, debt slavery, yes? The curse of Ham notion, labor unions, white domestic terrorism, compromise of 1877, Asian Exclusion Act, citizenship and immigration, Plessy versus Ferguson, the president of white supremacy, Woodrow Wilson, public education, student debt, slavery for black people, wealth for Wall Street and the government, the stock market, subprime mortgages, sundown towns, homestead, the land is ours, farmers administration, public housing, federal housing administration, the black tax, social security, pensions, unemployment insurance, national recovery act, minimum wage laws, homeowners loan corporation. Give me just a minute. We got to be technical in D.C. Veterans administration, and y'all, this D.C. humidity is not playing with the system with the current braids. This hair's bigger than normal, about 3-4 times the size. Watch this. Veterans administration, mortgages and racially restrictive covenants, U.S. Housing Act, black consumers, slaves, forced consumerism and economic dependency, aid to families with dependency children, which is AFDC, the GI Bill, yes? The GI Bill, yes? Building of American cities, affirmative action, corporate welfare, police power, prison industrial complex, war on black drug users, white liberals, race manufacturing, Hollywood and racial propaganda, black talent snatching, healthcare, inheritance, a good old boy network, grandfather clause, bribery, politicians, lobbyists. Ain't we in D.C.? Lobbyists, lecture circuits, revolving doors, government sabotage. Somebody say FBI COINTELPRO. Warmonger welfare, foreign policy and wars of aggression, false flag operations, white collar crime, organized crime, illegal drugs, patents. Somebody say patents. We in D.C., we got to be technical with this mob. University patents and business, and what? The Federal Reserve crookery. That's just a few legislative things that you got to understand how they intentionally and technically codify our oppression in law, and it still exists today. You owe a debt to us, America. And so we're doing all this talking. We're talking about the worst humanity crisis, they say, in them folks that's ever happened. They talking about Hitler. But I need y'all to help me with history real quick while they playing about this 500-year Holocaust. Watch this. Hitler got his inspiration from who? Wait a minute, I need you to say it again. Who did Hitler follow for his eugenics? Or who did he copy? But they want us to believe that he was the worst of the worst, and he got his points from anti-black racist tactics. America, you owe us. And don't you forget it. Watch this. Couple more things. I'm going to go sit down. Can y'all hang with me for just one more minute? For just one more minute? So when I met with RFK, thank you, Precious. I quoted something from Thomas Jefferson. How many of y'all know anything about Thomas Jefferson?
Slave master!
What y'all know about Thomas Jefferson? Y'all know I'm a spiritual, right? Don't play with it. Watch this. I gotta get the quote right. I want to get the quote exact and right. Here it is. Watch this. I'll say, brother. Watch this. In a couple of different places in history, Thomas Jefferson knew that America would have to pay for her original sin. Are y'all connecting the dots with all this stuff that I'm talking about, making the case for reparations? Are y'all with me on this? I'm trying to let you know that one of their so-called founding fathers, that are pedophiles and slaveholders, them criminals and stuff, who they revere, watch this, He said in one place, indeed I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever, that considering numbers, nature, and natural means only, a revolution of the wheel of fortune, somebody say wheel of fortune, an exchange of situation is among possible events, watch this, that it may become probable by supernatural interference, somebody say supernatural interference. He was tripped out because he was concerned that there would be a wheel of fortune, a changing or turning, a spiritual interference having to do with them having to pay a price for their enslavement, their original sin. And so I want you to know, beloved, that that's exactly what we're here for now. Yes, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Now with this new contract, y'all, because we're in the place of paperwork and document, yes? Is that where we are? I want you to understand as I teach my students in my mystery school, shameless plug, that we've come to this realm under contract. And proof of a contract is when your mama went into her contractions. Y'all just missed it. You just missed it. Somebody say, what's the root word of contraction? And doesn't she shed blood?
Yes, we do.
And so it's sealed in blood. I want you to see your lines, your bloodlines that you rep here, baby. America owes us a different kind of contract. The royal bloodline that's here, that's representing us. Can you imagine with me just for a minute? That if you can see in the halls of Congress, both Democrats, Republicans, and everything in between, that simultaneously your people, your ancestors have convened and they're in session. And they're actually the ones that's moving and motivating us for such a time as this on their behalf. One of the things I told Robert F. Kennedy is, baby, America is doomed. But I'm not the only one that told you America's doomed. I wonder who else said that. Where's the White House from here? Yeah, where's the White House from here? It's down the road. Okay, how many of y'all remember a couple of months while Joe Biden was waiting to take the oath of office for the upcoming January? Do you all remember that the black bootlicks were humiliated after they helped to get him elected? Him and Kamala ignored his funny looking self. That's from the dictionary, not the dictionary. It's from the dictionary, not the dictionary. That's my book of words. Didn't they ignore his funny looking self? He ignored them, rather, right? So the Urban League and some of the NAACP folks got so upset they started to blast him, what? On mainstream media, didn't they? Say, you ignoring us now. Watch this. They say he ain't even taking our calls. So him and Kamala met them where? On Zoom. Somebody say Zoom. Because they went public and they embarrassed them. Watch this. And in that meeting, that Zoom meeting, with so-called black sellout leaders, he said to them with raised voice, and he actually used a cuss word during that exchange, but guess what he said? He said, America is doomed, not just because of black people. Did he say it, somebody? He knows the same thing that Thomas Jefferson knows, don't he? He said America is doomed. He said not just because of black people. That means it includes black people, yes? But also because white folks, the Europeans here, are going to be the minority come what? 2040. Watch this, watch this, watch this. America, the reason why you're catching hell all over the world is directly and indirectly related to the fact that you refuse to voluntarily do justice violence. Now you can do justice voluntarily. Finish it for me. But you ain't got no choice. So one of the things I wanted to remind him that America is doomed and the die is cast. And who are we to be patient? Who are we to keep waiting? Who else rolls around in the presence of their tormentors for 500 years and don't become Al-Qaeda on these mugs? Now, y'all know. I'm not sitting here talking about being reckless and crazy. Y'all know I'm talking about following all the rules and regulations and the laws and stuff, right? But we some patient people. What manner of people are we? Yes? That we would be amongst our oppressors and tormented for this long and still have patience with them. Now I say about them, what manner of man and woman are they to think with a straight face you're going to play in our face. Thank you, precious. And say, why should you pay reparations? After 500 years, the Lord wants you to turn the other cheek. That's what they want us to say. The Lord wants you to turn the other cheek, yes? Well, I'm going to take you back to Sunday school with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Talk back to me, somebody. First of all, you want us to revere this man that none of us has ever seen from over 2,000 years ago and revere this Messiah on Calvary. Watch this, watch this. But J. Edgar Hoover was concerned about another type of Messiah. I said J. Edgar Hoover, the former director of what? The FBI. And by the way, them folks want us to all of a sudden care because white folks getting caught up in the FBI. They talking about how they're weaponizing the courts now and the courts ruling against us and the FBI. We ain't got time for none of that. You gotta get behind us. Where y'all been this whole time when we were screaming about how they were weaponizing these government agencies and the courts against us, and now you want to cry a river? Well, let me tell you, it's prophetic. Their system is turning on them until they do right by us. I gotta go. J. Edgar Hoover was concerned about another Messiah, yes? What did J. Edgar Hoover say? What did the government documents show? The government documents show that was classified for a time said that he was concerned about what? A black Messiah. And so they put us under surveillance and they started to speculate about who it could be. One that could do what? Unify and what? Electrify the people. Well, let me say something to you, and I don't want to offend you. But if we're talking about a stringy-haired, blue-eyed, pale-faced Jesus in a place you call Calvary over there in the Middle East, because you're worried about him being strung up on a tree, I want to say to you something. There are a whole bunch of Calvaries right here in these United States of America. Our mothers and fathers were lynched and their bodies weren't kept intact. They were set on fire. They were dismembered. They ate the phalluses of our fathers. Talk black to me, somebody. They burned our mothers. So if you're going to say anything to me about somebody, we need to reverence some Messiah, baby. Let's talk about the one that J. Edgar Hoover was worried about. And I'm bringing them up here and now to say, for their sake, we are demanding reparations. And for those of you that's rich enough, those of you that say, I'm good, I don't need the reparations. I don't need that. And the other group, I'm gonna deal with you real quick and I'm out of here. Well, black, the reason y'all can't get legally no reparations, because you're using the word black, and you gotta be a nation to be black. Stop using the word. Let me help you understand something. Imagine your mother screaming after having been raped and your father sodomized by that man. Imagine them running with terror. Imagine them seeing one of their other families and loved ones stuffed into a barrel with spikes inside and rolled down a hill. Imagine the terror of that. Our demand for reparations is not about what economic situation you find yourself in now, fool! It's about the blood of your mothers and fathers that demand it. Say it again, sister. Y'all repeat after her. Repeat after her. Repeat after her. And for those of you that say black, can I get real esoteric on you real quick? Because y'all tell me, I know y'all in here, some of y'all standing here listening to me now, some of the haters especially. Watch this, watch this. Don't y'all tell me that the reason we can't get it is because we use the word black, and the word black means what? Say it again. Say it louder. Say it louder. But what you don't understand about that word black and dead, that some of the sacred ancients, including the Egyptians, understood the realm of the dead, which has to do esoterically with your ancestors. Fool, which is the high court. Do you understand me? So when you're talking about black, this ain't for everybody. I'm dealing with the technical legal stuff for the other folks. I'm just throwing this out there too real quick in my 1 minute left. Black, that's the dead that they were dealing with, baby. They knew how to tap into the ancestral realm, baby. They knew how to tap into that unseen realm. So black ain't got nothing to do with that technical stuff as it relates to law. And besides that, we have the ultimate word word, the ultimate law in our mouth. And we have the ability to do what? Overrule. And we can also do a new constitution or add what? Amendments and adjustments to it. If they didn't tell the Ukrainians no, if they didn't tell legal and illegal immigrants no, then what the hell they look like telling those of us who are the true founding fathers and mothers of this country no. I gotta go. So we've held spiritual cord and natural cord, and so we now invoke the ancestral realm. And it is my prayer, my address to your ancestors and mine that represent the foundational, that we're representing here foundational Black Americans. And we decree and declare and invoke and unleash their power and their presence here in Washington, D.C. now. We ask our ancestors that you begin to move throughout this space and the place, through Congress, through White House, through the courts of the decision makers, the lawmakers, the lobbyists, and those that influence the seen and unseen forces. We're asking you, who shed your blood and paid an ultimate price, to be with us and to manifest and express yourself by us and through us in our gifts. Be our hands and be our feet and be our mouth. Ancestors, they have mocked us and we become a byword amongst the nations of the world. Let them know who's boss. Throw your weight around. Ancestors, come down now and help us push forth this prophetic bill, this prophetic marker, so that it's acted and put into legislation, because your blood demands that we are here now and we give thanks for it now. Ashe! Ashe! My session is adjourned.
Man, divine, feminine energy at its finest. Give it up for Vicki Dillard. One more time, give it up for her. That woman gives me chills. I love her. I literally love her. Let's see if y'all... FBA. FBA. Give me my money. Okay, y'all still here. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, let's keep this going because we're running out of time, guys. Here we go. So, the next amazing man I'm bringing up, y'all know him as a business bully, a powerhouse, a world of business coaching, magnetic, motivational speaker, 21-time best-selling author. Please give it up for Dave Anderson. Hey, Taz, what's up?
You gotta let that rock a little bit, DJ. I got things to say. Foundational Black Americans, what up? Kill it, DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, I rarely come up here with a script or notes, but I want to get this right because I don't want you to miss anything I have to say, amen? Foundational Black Americans, our time is now. We stand on the shoulders of giants, yet we still carry the weight of systematic injustice. Today we demand reparations, not as a handout. Say not as a handout. Not as a handout. But as a rightful claim. Brothers and sisters, I need to be honest with you. We're all family here, correct? We're all family here. Family? Family? Well, family, I gotta tell y'all some harsh, horrible truths. And the first one is our fight is not just with the government alone. The fight is also with ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I contend that we need self-reparations. Now, I've known Brother Reza Islam for about 10 years. And he told me to tell you a specific number. That number is 312. Say 312. 312. Does anybody know the significance of 312? Does anybody know the significance of 312? Of course you don't. 312 is the amount of pounds I've lost over the past couple of years. 312 is the amount of pounds I've lost over the past couple of years. I am 249 pounds, but I was 561 the last time my brother saw me. So I was 39 pounds short of being on 600-pound life. They ain't want me though. We have got to stop as a people neglecting our health. Does anybody know that there are 3 types of diabetes? There's type 1. You're born with that. There's type 2, that's acquired. But do you know what type 3 diabetes is? We call it Alzheimer's and dementia. That is type 3 diabetes. And that's what happens. Your brain stops functioning because it's got too much sugar on it. Because too many of us think it's sweet when we're taking in things that we have absolutely no business taking in. And so my weight loss journey wasn't just a physical transformation. It was a declaration that I was not going to be yet another fat, black, dead statistic. To put that another way, we love to talk about reparations. We love to talk about revolution. We love to talk about fighting injustice. But the truth of the matter is, how can you do that if you can't even bend over and tie your shoes? How can you do that if you're tied to an oxygen tank? Short answer is, you can't. So first thing we need to do is get healthy physically. I know y'all don't like it because grandmama got the bingo wings and they shake when she's mixing up the mac and cheese, but we had enough. Everything in moderation except for reparations. Everything in moderation except for reparations. But our health extends past the physical. Brothers and sisters, what about our financial health? According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, my business partner and friend Vicky Dillon loves the facts, so somebody talk black to me for a minute. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the so-called African Americans don't have $500 in case of an emergency. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, black people don't have $500 in the event of an unforeseen emergency. Despicable. Let me put it to you in a real sense. How many times has somebody died, and then we get on social media and we hear about it, and then the next thing you know, there's a post, and we all know what the post says. It's okay, I'll say the bad thing out loud that you're too nice to say. It's either a GoFundMe or a fish fry. How many GoFundMes and fish fries are we going to have before we wake the hell up? If you take the Industrial Revolution off the table, if you take the system of slavery off the table, one of the main ways that the dominant society made their money was through generational wealth, through life insurance. But some of y'all think y'all gonna take it with you. Not realizing that when you die, you leave your children a burden and to pick up the pieces. We are suffering from a failed system of improper planning, if there's any planning at all. And it must stop today. I demand that you find a black insurance agent and get yourself a policy. Point blank and period. There is nothing wrong with insurance. It's so funny to me how you have no problem getting insurance for your car. Oh, because that's the law. So do we have to have a law for you to make sure that you provide for your children in the event of your untimely death? We shouldn't have to. Nobody should have to pull together and be stressed. We need to secure our future. Y'all ain't gonna like this one either. Attention, baby mamas. I stand here before you telling you that there was a period of time. It doesn't mean that we were happy. It doesn't mean that we didn't have problems. But we had the strongest family unit of any other group in the United States because our fathers were in the home. But people like Jim Crow Joe and his cronies were telling y'all that they was going to babyface you. I'll pay your rent. I'll buy your clothes. I'll give you food too. Just don't have a man in the house. And you bought it lock, stock, and barrel. Our children need present fathers in the home. And I'm not shaming our sisters, I'm not. I'm just calling out the ugly thing that nobody wants to say. Brothers, we know, because I got some brothers that are real smart, and they'll say, well, you know, there's like 42 versions of contraception that women can take. Well, I gotta be the one to put on a condom. Because you're irresponsible. responsible. We have to be responsible. I have 2 daughters by the same woman that I married. I have no children out of wedlock. I have insurance policies that each one of them have a single beneficiary, and it's them. The second I die, every one of my immediate family members are instant millionaires, and it ain't hard to do. But you have not because you asked not. That's also in the Bible. But the problem is we buy bull, and we don't put our money where our assets are. We do not put our money where our wealth is. We have to break the cycle of abandonment. We have to break the cycle of excuses, and we have to break the cycle of just voting one way and expecting something different to happen.
Where you from? Where you from?
Now, I got locks. I see a lot of my brothers and sisters out here have locks.
Where you from?
It is a symbol of our pride, and I love it, but I want to tell you something. How many people right here are working a 9 to 5? No shame, I'm just asking. How many people are working a 9 to 5? Brothers and sisters, ain't y'all tired? Aren't you tired of having a code switch and laugh at your supervisor Topher's jokes, which ain't funny? Ain't you tired of having to go to a job that does not respect you? Do you know that on Monday morning between 6 o'clock and 9, the majority of the heart attacks in this country happen? Because you're going to a job that is taking your skills, your talents, your natural resources, and making millions of dollars off of it. But you're telling me it is too hard for you to build a business. How? You built America. It don't get that much harder. There's a 7-year-old who is making $30 million a year reviewing toys he does not manufacture. There is no excuse. There is somebody that is willing to pay for what it is that you have, but you take your gifts for granted. We must create our own opportunities so that we can be with each other in a safe space where we don't have to put on the non-threatening voice and take all the bass out. As an entrepreneur, I help black people scale their businesses to 6 or 7 figures. That's what I was called to do. I left the entertainment industry and I went to work for my people. It is not easy. I don't give a damn what these YouTube, what does Dr. Umar call them? These YouTubian beta male sips. I don't give a damn what they say. It is not easy to start and grow a business, but it's worth it. It is worth it. Dr. Claude Anderson says you should be ashamed of yourself if your child has to go outside of your neighborhood in order to secure employment. But that's the thing. Shame is a dirty word now. Shame is toxic. Everybody's beautiful, everybody's brilliant, everybody's a genius, and everybody's suffering. Until such time as we clean up our house, we can't demand a damn thing from anybody. But we will demand what is owed, amen? We need to have businesses built that reflect our values and allow us to thrive authentically. There is no reason why we should not always have us. We cannot just be militant at rallies. We cannot just be militant on social media because there's a whole bunch of fist-pumping thumb thugs who call themselves militant because they changed their avatar or decided to boycott for a day. That is not serving us. It has not worked. All of the singing, if I hear one more Negro talk about, we ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, I am going to bash them within an inch of their life. All the singing and all the marching only gets us sore throats, sore feet, and people laughing at us because they do not take us seriously. From a historical context, Brother Reason, correct me if I go wrong, the only thing the dominant society understands is a loss of revenue or the loss of blood. But some of y'all think, oh no, I don't, and again, I'm not saying be violent, I'm saying be vigilant. When I lived in Texas, the one thing that I loved is that people thought twice. You want to know why? Because everybody was armed. When everybody is armed, you don't know who's going to pump fake, so you're real slow to pull that thing. I think everybody needs to be in an open carry state, or at least start to train themselves. Now, Until they are afraid of us, we cannot move effectively. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to wrap this up. We need to be healthier financially. We need to be healthier with our relationships. We need to be kinder to each other. We need to say hello to each other. We need to pray for each other. We need to support each other in a real way. We need to stop just saying, I support black businesses, and we need to start patronizing them like it's our religion. Because as I close, I want to point out this statistic. Every single Sunday in the black church, $33 million is generated in tithes and offerings. But our communities look like abject poverty, war-torn individual states. Say no more. My name is Dave Anderson. You can find me on Instagram at The Businessful Leader. I thank you for your time.
Y'all give it up to our brother Dave Anderson right now. Right now, okay? Just going. Say reparations. Give me my check. FBA. I love y'all. Y'all clap it up for yourselves, for real. For y'all black people that came out here from all over the world for this cause, y'all are amazing. So clap it up for yourself right now. Clap it up for real. Y'all are real. Y'all are the real ones. Okay. The next guest I have, right? The next speaker we have right now, this brother really don't need no introduction. Fiery, passionate, certified frontline reporter. Please give it up for Black
What's poppin'? What's poppin', DC? Certified salute. Okay. First off, I gotta give a shout out to all of my foundational black Americans, okay? The whole reparations generation, let's make that clear. And there's one thing for certain, and that is, they not like us. Never have. Damn, it feel good. Don't it feel good to wake up every day in the land that your ancestors built, not immigrated to, not fled to. See, our ancestors ain't have to jump no borders, ain't have to hop no fences, swim across no lakes to get here. No, foundation. And foundation means day one. So from the east to the west, from the north to the south, we all came here to get our check. Yeah. Let me tell you all this. When I say you're gonna give our check, I'm not asking, I'm not begging. You're gonna go take the check, all right? There's a difference between when you ask and you beg, right? We're not doing none of that. They used to do that. See, that's the African Americans, all right? The foundation of black Americans, we just coming to get the check. Martin Luther King didn't say we begging. He said we come into Washington to get our check. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. You gotta understand, everything that's exceptional about this country is because of us. Everything that's great about this country is because of us. And everything that we got in this country, we got because of us, and we did it by our goddamn selves. Trust me when I tell you that. Understand that. We got it by ourselves. Let it be known. We won the Civil War by our goddamn selves. The Civil Rights generation by our goddamn selves. And right now, we winning in the reparation generation, and we doing it by our goddamn selves. That part. Certified salute, certified salute. See, when I say we're doing it by ourselves, we don't need no help from these other people who fly over here, who immigrate over here. We don't need any help from them because everything we've done, we did it by our brothers and sisters in the past. We stand on the shoulder of giants. We stand on the shoulder of everyone. We've always been exceptional. And when I say exceptional, I'm talking about the same exceptional that Dr. Claude Anderson always tells us. And when I say that when we stand on business, we stay on code, and we make things happen, oh, we make things happen. We make things happen, that's a guarantee. You gotta understand, these other people, they get things for free. They come over here, they get handouts, they get allowances, they get dollars, they get lunches, they get everything. But when it comes to us, oh, we gotta fight for it. But you know what? I like it that way. I like it that way. When we were in the fields in slavery, we did it by ourselves, and we did it on our own. So when you put us off to the side, and we do our own thing, that makes us stronger, that makes us passionate, that makes us more certified. You got a difference between counterfeit and certified. Ain't counterfeit, we certified. There's a difference between authentic and artificial, okay? They artificial. There's a difference between real and fake, and we separate the two of them, and right here in this generation. Trust me when I tell you that as well. So we sit back right now, family, and we on the move. And our brothers and sisters are coming together. I thought they said we didn't get along. I thought they said we needs to do better. See, I'm not here to tell everybody we needs to do better. I'm here to tell you keep doing what you're doing and turn up that value. That's what we need to do. So when I power to the people all day, power to the people. When I say power to the people, I'm talking about our people first. Lineage, heritage, and culture. That's who we are. A lineage, a heritage, and a culture. We're going to stay that way. Ain't nothing ever going to change when you start dealing with us. See, I love the term foundation because foundational means the beginning. It means the architect. It means the native. You know, you got folks running around here saying they the natives. No, the hell they not. You got folks running around here saying they the first people. No, the hell they not. They got a nice little costume and a mask. But guess what? When we pull that off, who you see? You see foundational Black Americans who are the first, the originators. And they all know that. We don't let nobody come into our generation. And if anybody comes into our house, what you do? You better wipe your feet at the floor. And if you do not, then you can see the exit. And we've been showing them the exit in this generation. And we're going to continue to show them the exit. I love being foundational. I love being amongst my brothers and sisters. See, you my brother. You my brother. Not because some ancient king back in Africa. You my brother for what you did right here. You my sister. And you not my sister just because some ancient queen in Africa. I'm talking about right here. And y'all know there ain't nothing like a certified foundation Black American woman. I got one right over here. Who was it during slavery that was healing everybody that was sick? It was the foundation of Black America. Who was throwing blows at the race soldiers in the civil rights era? It still didn't break that down. Still didn't break that down. It was the foundation of Black American sisters. And who had on them leather coats with the power tools and them afros blowed out with the Black Panther Party? That was the foundation of Black American sisters. So we all come from that. And what that make every last one of us. Karen, sorry, you can't do that. Miss Hernandez, you can't do that. Mrs. Mutombo, you can't do that neither. What you can do, you can get in line, you can watch foundational Black Americans, and you can take notes. And if you do not want to do that, then you can always immigrate back home. The fences are still there. All day. All day. All day. All day. I wore these dog tags because my dad was in the military. All right? And when we start talking about the military, we don't wave that flag for George Washington, Ronald Reagan, Thomas Jefferson. We wave that flag for the Buffalo Soldiers, the Harlem Hellfighters, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, Huey Newton, Bobby Seale, Fred Hampton, Kathleen Cleveland. That's what we wave that flag for. And everybody has to understand that. They know what time it is. This is our house. This is our house. And we've been putting in work, and we've been doing some paperwork checking. And the paperwork checking that we've been doing been coming back kind of dirty on some of these people. So when I say that we're going to pull some paperwork back, that means that if your hairline is 4 feet backwards, then you're not FBA. If your forehead is 4 extra feet wide, a freedom in forehead, then you're not FBA. Okay? If you came here last night on a bus, a boat, or a plane, you're not FBA. And if your family was at the immigration office saying, I pledge allegiance to the flag, then you're not FBA. We will get our reparations. They're going to pull out their hand and they're going to write American freedom because, like I said, everything that's great about this country is because of us. And we're the ones keeping it alive right now. I see so many beautiful foundational Black Americans. Y'all know they say black is beautiful and always black, right? You know that James Brown said, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. He didn't say whisper. He didn't say, he's speaking no black, no English. Nah. He said that black is beautiful and say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. And we've been the only ones holding down blackness. If you do not believe me, let me ask y'all this question. Where would any melanated black person be on the planet Earth if there was none of us? I'm gonna give you the answer. Just go to where they are and see they over there getting whooped by bamboo sticks. You may take over Southside Africa. I bet you won't take over Southside Chicago. I bet you won't take over East St. Louis, Kansas City, Savannah, Montgomery, Alabama. Y'all know in Alabama they got them folding chairs. They still got them heads ringing. I ain't talking about Dr. Brandon. So when I tell you that they don't have to wipe their feet at the floor, and continue to vote count until they get the point. We said no reparations, no vote. We didn't say half a vote. We didn't say 33 and a third, 15th and a half. We said no vote. And that's the way we're going to continue to do it, because we are certified Black society, certified foundational Black American. They ain't got to like it, they ain't got to love it, but they better respect it, because they damn sure can't check it. That's what they ain't all day. What I want to tell the family, y'all stay on code. You stay putting out this real energy that you have right now, because this is the energy to change the world. Look what we changed already, family. We went from the yes we can era. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Barack Obama? Y'all remember that? That was about rainbows, Skittles, and hope and change. We're about dollars and cents. So if you ain't talking money, then you ain't talking FBA. And we out here putting in work. Brothers and sisters all across the country are putting in work. And it doesn't matter how old you are, okay? It does not matter how old you are. I seen a grandma on the West Coast. Grandma hopped on the bus for 3 hours just to go to a reparations task force and speak for 2 minutes. And when she got there, Grandma wasn't praying. No, wasn't no church. Grandma wasn't begging neither. Grandma stood up, stood on business, and demanded cash payments. That means Grandma out here putting in work. I see some young brothers in the state of Virginia. Yep. Somebody asked them, where you from? They said, we from right here in America. We ain't from Africa. Hell no. And then I seen a young sister in the great state of Florida. She had to write an essay for her school. And with the essay, the teacher asked her, are you going to make it about Black Lives Matter? Young sister said, no. Then they said, okay, you gonna make it about all lives matter. Again, young sister said, no. Then the teacher got mad. Y'all know they got some Karens in the school trying to teach our kids. That's why we doing homeschool now, okay? Hello. Then the young sister stood up and said, I'm writing my essay about reparations and foundation for Black Americans. Come on now. Cash payments. M-O-N-E-Y. Put it in work. Exception. So all these people running around here talking about 50-50 this, co-created this. Here's my question. If you co-created something, then where's the Latino version of Tupac Shakur? They ain't got none. Where's the Latino version of DMX? They ain't got none. Where's the African or Caribbean version of Whitney Houston? These people ain't got no Muhammad Ali. They ain't got no Harry Tubman. They ain't got no Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. They ain't got no Dr. Claude Anderson. You ain't got that, and you ain't us. Case law. We gonna stand on that. All day, every day. So this is what we doing. We let the whole world know who we are. Now they talking about reparations for these people, reparations for them people. They ain't gonna get it. But I want to tell the family, in closing, I want to say this to everybody. I was the first Black activist on the scene in Jacksonville, Florida, during the hate crime last August, okay? It was a regular day, y'all, and I swear to God, it changed my life. I was always passionate. I was always serious. Clearly, I always had a lot of energy. But that changed my life and took it to another level. I was enjoying my day and I got a phone call about 15 minutes up the road from me. Some brothers and sisters were slaughtered by a white supremacist coward race soldier. I was there in 20 minutes. And I remember the faces. I remember the yellow tape. I remember the stretcher bringing out the bodies. I seen it. But let me tell you what I remember the most. What I remember the most is all my brothers and sisters who said, Alpha, we got your back. Alpha, we praying for you. The ancestors is watching you. And I made a vow that day that I was going to come here on June 15th, and I was not only going to demand reparations, I was going to demand an anti-foundational Black American hate crime protection. And I told them like this, I made a vow that my brothers and sisters was going to get the real story. They wasn't going to get the ABC, the NBC, the CNN, they was going to get the real certified Black story. So first off, one thing they can do, they can drop all of these RBG colors. They can drop all these Pan-Africans, they can put up that red, white, and blue, okay? Because there be no USA without FBA. Yeah. No USA without FBA. So I said that I was going to come here, and I was waiting, watching the clock. And I couldn't wait to deliver this. So I'm going to give you guys this note, and I want everybody to understand. I want them to hear this. I'm going to make a declaration. I'm going to say it loud and clear because I want the world to hear. I want them to hear this in Capitol Hill. I want them to hear this way down the street at the White House. And most importantly, I want the whole damn world to hear this. And that is that foundational Black Americans, we didn't just build America, we created America. We made it America.
Come on, girl, let's go.
All right, Black family. My videographer said that he missed our Black Power chant. So we're going to do our Black Power chant. Where is he at? He's right behind me. We're going to do our Black Power chant 3 times. We're going to throw our black fist in the air. Ashe? Let's do it. Black Power.
Black power.
Black Power.
Black power.
Black Power.
Black power.
NBA, make some noise.
I love her energy. Clap it up. Clap it up. Okay. We're going to keep this thing going. We'll keep this thing going. Come on, dance, y'all. This Juneteenth. Come on. Juneteenth. 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 I want to see a crip. I want to see a two-step. Cha-cha slide. Come on. We have the cookout, y'all. We have the cookout. Come on now. We have the cookout.
We had the cookout tonight.
I see you. I see you, boo, in the red. I see you in the red. You're looking so good. Yeah. Give me my check. I see that. I see that. Reparations now. Stop budget playing. Cut the check. Okay. I love it. I love it. Oh, let me see your sign. Let me see your sign. Don't back down. Double down, baby. I love it. Let me see your sign. Say no to statehood. Okay. Let me see your sign. Let me see your sign. Yes. No tangibles, no vote. No tangibles, no. No tangibles, no. That's what I'm talking about. We ain't doing nothing. We not moving. We not doing nothing. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, cut the check, baby girl. She's so clap it up for Miss Little Cutie right there with the cut the check sign. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Teach them early. Teach them early. That's what I'm talking about. Kudos to you, sir. Okay, we're gonna keep this going. Now, I'm about to bring up one of my people. This guy is a political influencer, journalist, activist, Chicago's finest, Afro Elite.
What's up, DC? I said, what's up, DC? I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. Today is a beautiful day. Today is a beautiful day to see all my brothers and sisters, my foundational Black American brothers and sisters, on the day that we're going to be able to look back on tomorrow, a year from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, and say with pride that we were a part of a moment that made history, that changed the world to make it better when we leave than it was when we came in. And that's the point of why we're here today. We're not just here to complain. We're not just here. We're not just here to complain. We're not just here to come together and march. We're not just here to try to change the hearts of the people who oppress us. We're not just here to try to show our humanity. We're here, unified together, standing together to say what we demand, we're gonna get. We're here to say everything we say, everything we demand, everything we're owed, we're gonna get, and we're not gonna compromise for anybody with anything.
Not compromise.
We're doing this for ourselves. I'm doing this for you. You're doing this for your brother. You're doing this for your sister. She's doing this for her brother and her sister. But more importantly, we're doing this for the next generation.
Come on now.
We're doing this for the generation that's going to come after them and the one that's going to come after them, so they don't have to live in the oppressive system that we had to live in. An oppressive system of white supremacy. The system of white supremacy that subjugated us, that oppressed our ancestors, that came to our land and enslaved us. Because we were here. This is our land. This is our land. Enslaved us for generations, making us build the wealth so they can have it all. Physically chained us, but even worse than that, not taking just our freedom, our physical freedom. They stripped us, robbed us, a lot of us, not all, but a lot of us, of our own humanity. They told us that we were less than human beings. They told us that in a land our people are from, we don't really belong here. They told us that even though we built all the wealth, there would be none here had it not been for us.
Love it.
We aren't owed it. All of it belongs to them. And then they told us, or they tell us now, that slavery, that's a thing of the past. Racism, that's a thing of the past. And anytime you say anything now, you're just complaining and you don't want to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. You're just lazy. You just don't want to work hard. Why are you complaining? That's what they tell us. They tell us, even though we're the last to get hired, the first to get fired, we're the least paid, you need to show up to work with a smile on your face anyway. Don't complain. They tell us that it doesn't matter if the police, race soldiers target you, target your women, target your babies. When they pull you over, you say, yes, sir, you smile. You don't resist, even if they're attacking you, even if they're wrong. You don't have a right to defend yourself. The wealth that your people built, our ancestors built, that belongs to them. They tell you that simple human rights, the right to live as a human being in the land that your people are from, in the land that your people are from, that's a privilege that you should be thankful for. You should thank them for the privilege to have any right, because they can give it to you or they cannot give it to you. And any right they give you, you should be thankful for. And to be honest, for too long, that's been working on too many of our people. For too long, our people have thought this is just the way life is. We have to find a way to work within the system to make life better for ourselves. We have to find a way to get them to like us more, to see our humanity, to recognize us as people, and maybe we can convince them not to oppress us. That's what enough of us have been thinking. That's why we're in this situation now. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And enough of us, due to the system of white supremacy and the oppression that our people have faced, I'm going insane. But brothers and sisters, I am proud to say we don't have that problem anymore. We don't have that problem anymore. We don't have that problem anymore. See, we know the answer now. We know the answer now. The answer is black empowerment. The answer is not sitting there trying to acquiesce to them. It's not trying to apologize, be friendly to them. We know what the answer is, and you know what the answer is because you know who you are. That's how they've been able to get away with this. Because they convinced enough of us that we really aren't people. That we really have no culture. That we don't belong in the land that our people are from and in the nation that our people built. But now, when you know yourself, you know who you are, you know who your brother is, you know who your sister is, you will have a sense of empowerment, and that is the answer. My brothers and sisters, that's the answer. So when they tell you, we don't have enough money for reparations, you say, no, that's the answer. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
When they tell you, well, you know, reparations is divisive, you say, well, the answer is we don't care. Yes. The answer is we don't care if it's divisive. When they tell you that slavery happened so long ago, you were never a slave. Why are you complaining about something that you never went through? Your parents never went through that. I say, our ancestors went through it. They say, you're not your ancestors. I say, yes, the hell we are. Yes, the hell we are. Every single last one of you, you are our ancestors. We are all our ancestors. If you owe our ancestors something, then God damn it, you owe all of us something. That's the answer. That's the answer. So when they tell us that we need to follow the system, try to get along with them, It doesn't matter that we're not going to get anything for it. You should vote anyway. It doesn't matter if you're going to get underpaid. You should show up to work anyway. It doesn't matter. If the police pull you over just for being black, you just pull over and say, yes, sir, anyway, step out the car. Hopefully you leave, you don't get shot. And we say hell no to all of that stuff. We understand the solution is our empowerment, and our empowerment is uncompromising. Our empowerment is not meant to make them comfortable. Our empowerment is meant to make them uncomfortable. And we will make them uncomfortable. Because the only way they can suppress a people is by not doing it physically, but doing it mentally, doing it emotionally, doing it psychologically. That's how they've been able to win for all these years. Beyond the physical chains and the shackles and the cages and all that, beyond that, it's the psychological defeat that they've embedded in our ancestors. Enough of our ancestors.
I'll get out of mine.
Shout out to the ones who never
I'll get them.
Shout out to the Harriet Tubmans. Shout out to the Nat Turns. Shout out to the John Horses. Shout out to them brothers and sisters. I could be here all day naming names. I could be here all day naming names. This is the moment that we're going to look back on and say we're next to brothers and sisters, and tomorrow is going to be better than today, because each and every single one of us is going to put our empowerment in front of every single decision that we make, in front of everything we think about. So we know for a fact that their school systems don't empower our children. We know that. So what do? We build our own schools. We know that their jobs fire us first. We know that their jobs pay us less. So what do? We build our own jobs. We know that their societies don't want us in there. Their families don't want us in their neighborhoods. So what do? We build our own neighborhoods. We build our own neighborhoods. Now, some people say, well, what if they come in and take it? They've done it before. They have done it before. They have done it before. We weren't ready before. But we are now. We are now. We are now. We are in the system of white supremacy. And it is important that every single last one of us understand that if this system continues to exist, if we here today, all of us here today, if we don't do everything in our power to end this system, it will destroy the world. This system will destroy the world, but we won't let it. I want to say every single last one of you all, I'm proud. In the last few years, we've become more awakened, we're ourselves more empowered. We've understood who we are, what we need to do. I've never in my life seen anything like this. This is only, it almost brings me to tears seeing this. I've never in my life seen this. And I'm seeing little babies here. I wish I could be here when I was 9 years old. That's a blessing to be here. I'm seeing more in the last 5 years of black-owned businesses, people owning stores, people owning restaurants, people owning the clothing stores, online stores. I'm seeing more black-owned businesses than I have in my entire life. I'm seeing more black people join the profession, join nursing, being doctors, being engineers, being lawyers, than I have in my entire life. And not just the black faces in high places, the on-code foundational black American brothers and sisters. Empowerment is not something you do today. It's not something you do at a rally. It's not something you do here and there for Black History Month. It's something you do every single day. And every single day, brothers and sisters, we're doing that. We're doing that every single day. Every single year, you see black people more empowered than they were the year before. That's progress. That's what white supremacy fears, because when they tell you you're not nothing, then you think you're not nothing, then you won't do anything. But when you know you are something, then you know you can do something, then you will do something, and that's what we're doing. I want to thank you all for this. I want to thank you all for this. And I want to thank you guys, not just for me, but I want to thank you for the next generation. You all need to be praised for what you're doing for the next generation, and the generation after that, and the generation after that, okay? By being uncompromising about your blackness, about your foundational Black American, about your foundational Black Americanness, being uncompromising about that. That's what makes the world a better place, my brothers and sisters, and it's our responsibility to do so. It is our responsibility to do so. So leaving here, this needs to be a moment that makes tomorrow better and that will make the next day better. Everything you do needs to be about Black empowerment. Every single business decision you do with another brother and sister, when you go to a Black-owned business, that needs to be about Black empowerment. When you say, I want to buy some clothes, but I want my clothes to be about Black empowerment. I'm going to buy a t-shirt from a Black-owned business. I'm going to go get my nails done from a Black-owned business. I'm going to get my hair cut from a Black-owned business. If I need to go to the doctor, I'm going to look for a foundational Black American doctor to do this. I'm going to look for a foundational Black American plumber to fix my sink. Everything is foundational Black American because that is what empowers us. We can't do it by ourselves. Can't get done. We can do it together though. We can do it together though. We can do it together though. The system of white supremacy will end. It's not an if, it's not a hope, it's a fact. It will end because I believe in every single last one of you all. I believe that you guys will not compromise. I believe that you all will not stop. I believe that you guys will strive to be better people tomorrow than you were the next day and strive to be better and better every day, not only for yourself, but for your brother and for your sister and for your kids and for their kids and for your nieces and for your aunties, for your uncles, for your grandparents, for the next generation, people you will never meet. You are working to make the world a better place for people you will never meet. And that is the most beautiful things a person can do, to make the world better. So when they leave, they know my actions change the world for the better. This is what we do as foundational Black Americans. We've always changed the world for the better. Who knows what the world would be? Who knows what the world would be without us? Brothers and sisters, today is a moment in history. Look around, see all your brothers and sisters who are standing shoulder to shoulder, united with you guys for one cause, to dismantle the system of white supremacy and replace it with a system of justice. We have Foundation Black American rallies. Okay, sorry. We have Foundation Black American rallies. We have Foundation Black American conferences. We have Foundation Black American expos. We're gonna have Foundation Black American rallies every single year, y'all. Every single year, y'all. Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all a personal question? Are y'all gonna be here next year? Okay. Y'all gonna be here next year? I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. Because this empowers the next time. Every victory fuels the next victory. And all our people are known for is victories. Yeah, we've been beat down, but we've always gotten back up. Yeah, we might lose the first round, but we always wins the fight. We always win the fight. We always win the fight. We're the best fighters in the world. We have the best culture in the world. We have the best people in the world. We have the most beautiful people in the world. We have the smartest people in the world. We have the best culture because we are the culture, brothers and sisters. We are the culture, brothers and sisters. We are the culture, brothers and sisters. We are the culture. Certified salute to every single Foundation of Black American for coming out today. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I can't wait to see you all next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. I can't wait to see your children grow up and become more empowered versions of yourself and change the world for the better, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Y'all give it up for Brother Afro Elite. Talk please clap it up for yourselves because y'all are just amazing, beautiful, black people. I've never seen so many beautiful, amazing, because they always talk about like what we're doing wrong and this and that. They need to see this. This is a real representation of black people because the news ain't the right representation. That really pisses me off. But like this right here, I bet you they won't put this on the news. I bet you they won't put this on the news. Beautiful black people peacefully asking for what is rightfully ours. Cut the damn check. I'm getting irritated. I'm getting like real every time I think about it. Okay, you guys, so in a second, we're gonna have an amazing performer. Y'all know Big Daddy Kane is coming to the stage. Big Daddy Kane, y'all. Give it up. Not yet, but in about 10 minutes. But before we bring Big Daddy Kane on, I need Mahat. Dr. Mahat, please come up. Yes. Yes. She wants to quickly talk to you guys about conscious ingenuity really quick. Yeah, come on up. Come on, do your thing. They're doing something so brilliant with black engineers, you guys. And this is the stuff we need to be talking about. Clap it up for that. Black engineers. See, they talk about gangs and this and that. What about the black engineers? I'm telling you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna let them tell you a little more about this program and then Big Daddy Kane.
Good afternoon, family. How y'all doing? So my name is Mr. Amon Anderson. Got my fine name right here, Mr. John. So what we do, we're part of the Conscious Ingenuity, which is a company founded by Dr. Mahat. And so what we do is try to bring up young kids and black engineers, bring them more STEM. Every black kid needs STEM. If we don't have STEM, we will be left behind. So what we do is we go out to different communities. We just came back from a trip from Ghana. We was in different classrooms, different schools, just teaching STEM programs. Just a short project. We did an alternating power circuit. So we helped them build a circuit to where they could power a circuit with just a solar panel and a battery. And that's something they could take throughout their community and involve themselves in. So that's what we want to do, is just spread it all this black
don't worry about it.
And making sure that we get a position in STEM.
Sorry, whoopsies.
And for the kids that can't make it out to us, we are Baltimore-based, but we are everywhere. We have a curriculum system going on right now to where we'll be sending out curriculum online to where you can just buy it straight for your kid at home, and they can watch and follow and learn. So yeah, it's a starting company, but we're gonna be big one day. For sure.
Okay, thank you guys. Clap it up for them. Clap it up. Okay, you guys, we have to take a 5-minute break. So get some. Don't go nowhere though. Just chill out. Talk to your black family. Talk to each other about like where y'all came from. Get to know each other, black family. Get to know each other. 5 minutes. Big Daddy Kane.
I don't know why they ain't playing no DJ or nothing. Big Daddy Kane coming up. At least put on some throwback joints. No, it's not coming to a close. Intermission. RZA Islam still speaking. Next is Big Daddy Kane.
Y'all don't want me to sing. Okay. Where is everybody at? Big Daddy Kane about to perform soon. So I need everybody to make their way back. Hope you got your water. Hope you got a little snack. It's about to go down. It's history today. I need y'all to make noise for some history. Make some noise. Say, I want my check. I'm going to say that all day. I'm going to say that all day. I want my check. FBA. 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 This is a Juneteenth cookout, right? So I need y'all to dance like this beautiful young woman in the red. Cause we dancing. See, I don't know if y'all go to cookouts and stand around, but I'll be dancing. I'll be doing a little electric slide joint, you know what I'm saying? I'ma just do it. Hey, 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 hey. Come on up here. Right now, I just want to give it up to this girl right here. She's the behind the scenes queen who made a lot of things happen. So give it up for Brooke. Give it up for Brooke. No, seriously?
Yeah.
This girl is a machine behind the scenes. So I just want to give her props. We're going to have Tariq come to the stage in a minute. Calling Tariq. Here we go.
Give it up for Wish Amp Salt and Pepper.
Hey, yo.
Are we still here, guys? We good time at the FBA rally for reparations. Now, family, the movie Microphone Check will be back in theaters in July. So if you did not get a chance to see the film Microphone Check, go see the film. How many saw it already? Shout out to you guys who saw the film already, talking about the real history of hip-hop, ladies and gentlemen. It is a foundational Black American culture, and we're gatekeeping our culture, right? Yes, indeed. Now, family, speaking of hip-hop culture, coming to the stage. I said, coming to the stage. We have hip-hop royalty. We have a hip-hop legend. One of the most respected MCs in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Give a nice FBA DC warm applause for the legendary Big Daddy.
What's good? Is this my podium?
That's you.
Oh, wow. How's everybody doing? It ain't too hot for y'all, right? Hey, listen, man, I just want to say this real quick. Stuff like this, I love to see. It's been about a good 36, 37 years that I've been doing this. And when we all come together like this and we know how to unite, have a good time and peace, I think that that's what life is all about. And I hope that we know how to go home and keep that same energy throughout the rest of the week, throughout the rest of the year, throughout the rest of our lives. Now, since I have this podium, I'm going to take this time, brothers and sisters, to give a lesson on how to be raw. Let's go, brother. Turn yourself up. Stop it, stop it. Turn yourself up. Turn yourself up. Like this how you do it. Look here. One more time. A little bit. There we go. All right, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Here I am. A temperament. Here to bring trouble to the podium. Seas, I move on and seas. I just conquer. Sharpen up a rap with ease. Cause I'm at my infection. Others all below. Nothing but a milliliter. I'm a kilo. Second to none. Making MCs run. So don't try to step to me. Cause I ain't the one. I believe rappers. Just like Tylenol. And they know it. So I don't see why you're all trying to front. Perpetrate the stunt. When you know that I smoke young like the front. Think you why I'm like Gucci. Born like Susie. You say the way. Club rap into me. To make me wanna create. Chaos and mania. Cold rock party. I feel the ain't there. I make a muscle. Grab the mic and hustle. But you stand days and I'm made. Hustle in a rhyme with the harmony. Superior harmony. It captivate the whole crowd with harmony. Rhyme for you. Definitely immune. Better than dynasty. Music blue. Sword to score. And door for more. But down on the floor. Cause I can't talk. Come on. Say ho. Hey ho. When I say hip, you say hop. Hip. 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 Say yeah. Keep it right there. Look. I get a speech like a reverend. Rappers start severing. In my lifetime, believe I never been beaten. Or even just took it out. You know, come to think about it, I keep the streets looking out. Real nervous when I'm at the service. So give me that kind of boy. You don't deserve it. I work like a slave to become a master. When I say a rhyme, you know that you're pastor. You're perfectly fitted. Cause I'm committed to entertainer and trainer and pain to go with it. I go with flow and grow. To let you know, I amateur. I'm not an amateur, but a professional. My question without doubt superb. So full of passion, my name's really a verb. A voice will float on every note. When I clear my throat, that's all she wrote. The minute that the king starts to go off, believe it's gonna be smooth sailing and so on. Stop with other rappers out of their misery. Get them in a battle and make them more history. microphone, yo. Dr. Charlie can hold the zone, cause I got smooth. Let's go. Well, excuse me, take a few minutes to level out. Big Daddy haters on the mic, and I'ma tell them about the minimum left. A blind for strength and power. So listen to the man of the hour. Flow and go to a slow tempo when you know. Sing home, swing low, did go the show. Will go on, stop before. Transforming on stage, I got the set in the car. But I'm not animated like a cartoon, I'm for real. Shoot lyrics like a harpoon. Across the crowd, the listeners, spectators. Let's move with the smooth operator. Alright, y'all, if you love yourself, then right now I need to know. So somebody say, I love myself. Say it again, I love myself. Oh, show you right. You know you're right. Show you right. You know you're right. Look, the B-I-G-G-A-W-O-D-Y-K-A-N-E. I'm good plenty. Serve a man get in competition. Wishing for an expedition. I'm straight up missing and suspicion. Listen, rapper sang so wild. Love the profile. Frontin' hard, but they got no style. I give nightmares to those who repeat. Freddy Krueger, walking on K Street. Abuse and lose, abuse and bruise. The rules and choose to use my name wrong. They can't lose. Destruction from the exterminator, but in a calm manner. Cause I'm a smooth operator. Alright, y'all. All my hip hop heads out here. I need to hear you say, hola, hola, hola. Hola, hola, hola. Come on, hola, hola, hola. Hola, hola, hola. Say yeah. Yeah. Keep it right there. Now look, the girl step up to this. One simple kiss, and it's over this. Soak the nice cream inside the price scene, girlfriend. Give it scope like ice cream. Let's swing a fling, a got the ring, try to cling. Cause it's a big daddy thing. I'm loving them right with the songs, and let's play Marvin Gaye and let's get it on. I make it real good like Dr. Feel Good to make sure that my point is understood. When it comes to business, operator sits in the yard, smooth operator. Here we go, everybody, come on. Just throw your hands in the air. Let's wave like you just don't care. Come on, throw your hands in the air. Let's wave like you just don't care. And say yeah. Yeah. I'm ready. Rappers step to me. They want to get some. I'm the case of yo. You know the outcome. Another victory. They can't get with me. So keep the PC take control history. I'm independent. Holy kid, lyrical. For you to meet me, it's going to take a lyrical and step into it. And that's a more move. So what you want, huh? No, a dog fool. Competition. I just devour. Like a pit bull against a chihuahua. And when it comes to being dope, I got it good. Let me tell you who I am. The B-I-G-E-A-W-O-D-Y-K-A-N. Dramatic. Yeah, not like Billy. I'm different. So don't compare me to another. If they can't hang, words to the mother. And they stop with the principle of this pedigree. So when I move on, you better shoot, better be ready. To die because you're ready. You're just a running line. I'm on a steady. This may find against you, witness he'll win you. Try to front, so I can shout into your body. Because you try to be basic. Fighting the 13th, I'm a play Jason. Cause I'm a no-cat game, hustle a little. The name is Big Daddy, that's big, not little. So fuck, it's walk, paper, shot. Take a walk. What's the name of that song? Ain't no half stepping. Say what, say what, say what, say what? Ain't no half stepping. Tell me once more. What? Ain't no half stepping. Just one more time. Say what? Ain't no half stepping. Let me tell you what. Take it. Around the so-so. The rappers be open. They sound like it's so soon I have to open. A school of them seeing. For those who wanna be it. My building court. Then they get on second thought. They have the scenes coming out. Sounding so similar. It's quite confusing for you to remember the originator. And point to why hater. Perpetrator. But I'm much greater. The best, so yes, I guess suggest the rest. Your best, your best, possess your highness. Unless you just address the best, finesse and bless. Not rest, I manifest. Back by minister, some say sinister. And all stopping and move until minister. Climax and my max, relax and chill. Have a great moment, think I'm being acting ill. Bring yourselves late, I did start to hit. That's the formation, a words that fit at the table. I sit, making it legit. With my penis and paper. I'm so distinct, I'm over the feet. I can problem with the problem of Hercules or Santa. But I go further than left. You can scalp my cameo and I still have. No, that's not a myth, and if you try to rip or get ripped, the man with the gift and gift of gab, give more man. I only ignore. Be sleeping on your line till I start. You can't break me or even make me fear your son. You can't do me good. Think about it if you try to go. Everybody, what's the name of this song? Come on. Ain't no half stepping. Give me the real over here. What? Ain't no half stepping. Talk to me over here. What? Ain't no half stepping. Let me hear you right here. What? Ain't no half stepping. Let me hear you over here. Up here, right here, and skin and deer. I'll be a musketeer, double critical compare. Put a milk up here, back here, see clear. Get a bare idea when they're still. Yeah, torn to be competition. Trying to step to me, must be on a mission. I'm on the stage is where I'm a picture at. You think I'm losing? Picture that. All right, y'all. Move it up, Jay. Move it up, Jay. Oh, go ahead, man. There you go. Move it up, Jay. Go ahead. Move it up, y'all. Go ahead. All right, y'all. My turn. Come, get some, you little punk. I take the cake, but you can't get it from the poetic, authentic, superior, punk to me, and all they good ish. I'm the original Asiatic, acrobatic, there you have it, I get dramatic. Create drama when I'm on the scene, and I pack a mean, like Bruce Springsteen. I'm a father, style, and smile, and meanwhile, put on trial, a rap father, and style. Make it tumble and stumble, get a rumble, just crumble, and I'm still calm and humble. You need another helping hand to swing on. I stand alone, still you gotta ring on. Batman, I'm hopping, baggy and lazy. Sauce can't hush, still can't face me. If I make this one thing here clear, for you got to come here. Period. 40 hooking on delirious. My swim tongues like a sword, this is the here it is. I can slice and dice and fish and rice MC. The 30 was 9 cents and minute rice. Simple in the night with that band though. See scratch working like plates and tantrum. The mic got varies, not like a savage. In my own way to doing damage. It's like a fine and genuine line. Two flat top rules in 89. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
Devoted to his educating and uplifting, motivating our people by addressing issues of concern to our community and providing viable solutions, right? Okay. He's also received amazing accolades for his service, an accomplished author. This man is an author. You guys, please give it up for none other than Rizzo!
Y'all better do better than that. I didn't fly all the way from Compton for y'all to be soft. You just said that was another round of applause. Brothers, y'all strong? Sisters, how you feel? It is so good to see my people out strong in the hot, hot sun. But we are the melanated original family, is that right? So we should be getting charged up at this point. Give a round of applause to all of those who presented before me, all the speakers. Sister Vicky Diller, Dr. Mayat, Brother Randy Shore, Brother Tariq Nasheed, and all the rest. And of course, to the legend, real hip hop, Brother Big Daddy Kane. Say real hip hop. Real hip hop. Say real hip hop. Real hip hop. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I think you should know by now, look up to the tall buildings and make sure there's nobody up there.
I've been looking.
Y'all should understand that's what time we on right now. To the FBI, welcome. To the CIA, welcome to you too. To the blackface FBI, welcome to you too, you sellout, punctified Negroes. It is real in real life, not just on the internet. I think our brother Dave Anderson said it beautifully. He said, well, a lot of people talk tough on the internet. It's a lot of keyboard warriors, but in real life, you are soft as hell. This is very real. When I say this fight has been happening for over 4 centuries, that is not just something we read in a book. How many of you feel that we deserve reparations? Do we deserve reparations? Do we demand it? Will we fight for it? Oh, y'all ready, man. Give yourselves a round of applause. I like this. I like this. I like this. I've been waiting this whole time to get up here, man. I've been charged up since the first speaker. Y'all not playing. Y'all not playing. But let me make this very clear. I'm going to define the word reparations, and I'm going to go into the rest of what I have to say. Is that okay? Yes. Reparations is not a handout. I'm going to say this again to you weird YouTube Negroes. It is not a handout. Stop auditioning for your white slave master. Some of you are auditioning trying to get a picture in front of the White House by attacking those of us who truly stand on the grassroots and on the shoulders of our ancestors who have been fighting for this. Stop trying to attack your people to be near and dear to your slave master. You should learn that that does not last long. You're doing it from the white man's YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hold on. Who owns YouTube? Okay, to the white folks here, welcome. You're not gonna make me feel comfortable. Welcome. Thank you for being present. Let me make this clear to all of you. When I say certain things, if it don't apply to you, don't worry about it. But if it does, then you should feel every damn ounce of pain that I'm injecting into you. If it applies, then get up, handle your business. Stop affecting our children and our people by making us look weak in front of the world. When we say we demand something, it is not a question. It is not an option. It is a demand. So reparations means the making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money. Oh, now we get quiet. See, they get quiet on the money side. Say it again. Only when it has to do with us, though. They get quiet when it comes to the land, because that's a part of reparations. Exactly. Also, being exempt from taxes. There's another part. Y'all should clap for that. Wait a minute now. Don't get nervous all of a sudden. Some of y'all are like, oh, damn, it's real, brother. It's real. Reason, can you calm down, brother? Brother, can you relax, brother? You're going to make them investigate me when I leave here today, brother. No, the reality reality is if you ain't doing nothing against this enemy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Most of you talk tough, but you ain't built like this. You will not be able to withstand what this enemy brings against you. You think you can handle it until you are faced with it. Raise your hand if you have been to prison. Raise your hand if you've been to prison or jail, whichever one. There's a difference. So you're like, well, I was there over the weekend. Okay. You understand to a degree. Raise your hand if you have been visited by the FBI. Raise your hand. I'm talking about in real life, not on the internet. They took down my page, brother. Raise your hand if you know for a fact that the government has done things to prevent you from accessing wealth, preventing you from helping your family, preventing you from having a level of freedom that a lot of other people enjoy. Everyone should be raising their hand at this point, whether you know it or not. So reparations applies across the board. I'm going to mention this to you as well. When you are mentioning to us, why do y'all want something for free? Don't ever insult black people like that again. Ain't nobody sitting here on their damn pockets waiting for a check from the government. You are talking to business owners. You are talking to hard-working employees. You are talking to people who have been fighting like hell to work for somebody who they don't like. 9 to 5s. Some of y'all graveyard shifts. Some of y'all swing shifts. Shout out to the truck drivers. Shout out to the security guards. Shout out to the EMTs, the nurses, the teachers. All of you have been working. You're dealing with very intelligent people. Would you call yourself intelligent people? Personally believe and know at this point that the state of Israel has America by the testicles. Yes, I'm going there. Ooh, he really going there. But don't start towing that anti-Semitic line. Stop it. God damn it, it's 2024. Speak the damn truth. What's the matter with some of y'all? Okay, if he's your boss, then tell him with all due respect, Mr. Goldstein. Your nation has dealt some of the worst, most horrific treatment to my people. Yes, your people own the shackles. Yes, your people own some of the slave ships. Yes, your people were some of those putting us on auction blocks to see how good we are to sell us to different plantations. How many of you know this history? When they say people aren't alive today who experienced that, wait a minute, again, many of them said this, but I'm going to reiterate it again because the first law in learning is repetition. Say repetition. 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 Reason we don't heard this before, the Negro, why haven't you activated yet? If you heard it, why aren't you doing nothing? I'm going to say this to you. When we tell them, your people have dealt a very large injustice to us on the plantation they helped to sell us currently today. How many of you know that many of the black owned, supposedly, organizations are owned by Jewish organizations? I can't go down the list of names. Oh, we in some good trouble today. I like it. See, the thing is, I want you to come out and then bring your mask out in front of you. Because some of you Negroes talking about black power. All right, Master, what you want to tell them? Okay, all right. You're going to get paid to keep us quiet. The NAACP. National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Founded primarily by Jewish money. You can go down to the National Action Network. You can go over to the Urban League. You can go over to all of them and realize and witness why we haven't made too much progress. Now, to the black organizations that have been working very hard, diligently, been fighting legally, spiritually, physically to build infrastructure for us as a people, we appreciate you. We applaud you. All the black organizations, to the elders, thank you for not giving up this fight. Please give a hand to our elders, please. Because many of them are tired, but they haven't given up. When I mention that Israel has America by the testicles, what do I mean? Have you ever heard of AIPAC? The American Israeli Public Action Committee? Or you could say the pimp to politicians, the pimp of politicians, where they brag about how much money they have paid for certain politicians to get pro-Israel laws passed and policies passed to benefit that nation, but not for us. One big thing that we have to look at, our brother Dave mentioned this as well, we have a lot of smoke for the enemy out there. We ain't got no smoke for the enemy in here. All of those who are sponsored by these organizations, the reason why they don't show up to places like this is because their money and their pocket is attached to the very people we are trying to get away from. And so they cannot speak up because their money will dry up. But the reality is, if you stand on behalf of the people will support you. I am aware of this and I can verify this right here. That's why your brother can speak the way I do, because of all of you. That's a fact. I've been approached by these bastards. Check this out, Chief. My leader is Farrakhan. Do I care about your opinions about that? Not at all. You ain't qualified to have an opinion. I know for a fact that these Negroes who have approached me with money and with opportunity, brother, well, you can do this, we can get you a show here, we can do that. I have almost threatened retaliation on them personally if they ever disrespected me like that again. But I cannot say the same thing for many of you, because I personally know some of you who get in front of us are paid by this very enemy. And you do a good job of pretending. Again, if it applies, it applies. But if it don't worry about it. Some of you know people who I'm talking about. I'm not just saying this. I'm serious about the fact that it is 2024. Israel has received hundreds of billions. The Ukraine has received all of this money. 9/11 quote-unquote survivors have received payouts all the time. The natives received it, rightfully so. Some Japanese for internment camps, the Chinese for certain circumstances. Okay, we get it. But why not us? Everyone else has people with testicles who stand up for their own needs. But where the hell are ours? First thing I want you to do is any person who stands in front of us, look at who is funding them. First thing, who pays these people? I don't care if they wear a bow tie, a straight tie, a fez, a kufi, whatever they got on, no suit. Find out who funds them and you will be surprised. Do you hear me? Oh, it's getting quiet for a reason. Y'all listening? Are y'all listening? See, you gotta take action after this. Don't just get comfortable like, oh, that sounded nice, ha, good speech. No. You're gonna have to do something after this. You do know that, right? No. Let me just make this very real. The FBI is literally out here. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is out here. The CIA is out here. We spotted one of them on the roof. Look at y'all. Oh. You out here now, nigga. They got all your pictures. You can't go nowhere. You was at that damn rally with Brother Rizzo. You think I'm playing? It's too many of them. Just be ready for it. Let me continue. Y'all all right? Give yourselves a round of applause as we get deeper now. I have to warm it up a little bit because we're going to get into some more heavy things. For those who are saying, well, wait a minute, Reza, we were not alive, and neither were your ancestors who were dealt this injustice. Okay. To our two sisters who are the last two living survivors from the Tulsa race massacre. Give them a round of applause. See, at a certain point, some of us don't believe that evil really exists. Some of us don't want to believe that this government sincerely does not care about us. We don't want to believe that, well, brother, I'm getting my assistance, I'm getting my food stamps. No. That don't mean I care about you. Same thing with a pimp and a prostitute. Ain't no care right there. It's a business transaction. They give you that because they know it's going right back into the economy. Which is another reason why I'm going to bring up the other side of reparations. But we have to be mindful now that at this point, when I see the fact that Ukraine has now been offered and confirmed to be given a $50 billion contract stimulus loan by G7, the group of seven, and was heavily encouraged by the United States. Did you hear about that? Hold on, did you hear about that? You mean to tell me they have money in the budget for somebody all the way over there? in a nation that we shouldn't be involved in the first place, who are fighting against their own brethren, kin, and cousin that belongs to them, over talking about Russia. Why are you over there? America, is your involvement in Ukraine a humanitarian effort or your ability to wash money? Some of you know what I'm talking about. Look, all the drug dealers said, ooh. I'm just playing, I'm not gonna insult y'all like that. The United States has investments in over 15 pharmaceutical companies in the Ukraine. A number of them were involved in making the COVID vaccination. Anthony Fauci has multiple investments in the Ukraine. Is it making more sense to you now? They find ways to wash their money, and they come back and get it over here. As if, oh, we're helping people. They don't give a damn about no Ukrainian people. Just the same as they don't care about the Palestinian people. When people say free Palestine, I agree. I just say free black people first. Or even simultaneously. But the point is, stop jumping over there before you handle business here. Some of you weird Negroes talking about, brother, you ain't talking about Palestine enough. Nigga, what are you talking about? I don't hear not one of you doing nothing in the community for our people anywhere. You do nothing. Get the hell off the computer. Stop being so scared and get your feet dirty. Get them elbows dirty. Find your place where you fit. Brothers, we need more soldiers in the street to do domestic policing so that we can take care of our community, because I don't trust them. You know what I'm talking about. Respectfully, I don't. I respect those who do the right thing, but at the same time, we have enough soldiers in our community to police ourselves. Would you agree? The difference is we have to pay for our protection, because let's be very clear. Thank you to the two people who said yes. Pay, brother. Yes. Yes. How many of you go to work for free? No, raise your hand, please. Raise your hand. I just want to see who's lying. If you want your protection within our community, we have to pour money into community pots for our protection. This way, we don't need domestic terrorists coming and occupying our neighborhoods. But if we don't do something about it for ourselves, we can't argue with them for coming in and doing what they do. Do you hear me? See how it gets quiet when we gotta do something? Why are you so soft now? This is the stuff I'm talking about. This enemy watches every response, and they look at our psychological reaction to determine, oh, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna do nothing. Nope, she ain't gonna do nothing about that either. Pay attention. Next point here. For those who said, well, many of your people were not alive during the time of the transatlantic slave trade, Jim Crow, and all of the horrific things that happened to your people where they were giving your children to alligators and cutting off body parts and having them as party favors after picnics. And they were peeling our skin, making them into pillows and chair covers. All the stuff that you've done to us, you raped us, you robbed us, buck-breaking farms. A lot of you today are applauding brothers being buck-broken. Sisters, I'm going to talk to you in a second. This situation that has continued to perpetuate as of right now is the same situation. They just do it in a different way. So right now, what are we looking at? How is it that the artists, the athletes, the big bankers, and black celebrities in particularly, how did you allow this government to encourage you to push for the mass experimentation on your people over the last 3 years? I'm going right there. You mean to tell me that we don't deserve reparations for back then? All right, let's go to right now. You experimented on our people, and you encouraged us to go and vax that thing up. You encouraged us to go get a piece of chicken for a shot. To go get a lobster dinner for a shot. Out here in Washington State to go get some joints for jabs. You gave us free 30 minutes with a prostitute if we took a shot. If we were in jail, you gave us free conjugal visits for 30 minutes with a woman of our choosing. You did all of this just for us to turn around and find out that everything we knew to be true. It is affecting the reproductive system. It is affecting the heart and nervous system. It is affecting all parts of the damn body. Now, for those of you who took it, don't feel like I'm coming at you. I'm talking to the artists who pushed it. Yes, we have a responsibility, but let's be very clear. Our people are impressionable. We love who we love, we trust who we trust. Is that right? Brother Ree's up here, okay, I would say some of you do trust what I have to say. And if you feel the same way about certain artists and celebrities, when they say go out here and take that shot, brother, some of you went and did it. I understand. That's why I'm not talking to you entirely. I have to address them because the biggest issue that we have now is we don't want to hold nobody accountable. Cancel culture, cancel culture. You ain't canceled this enemy yet. But you want to sit here and argue when we want to hold certain artists accountable. If they pushed the shot, we must hold them accountable. Hundreds of millions of people, our people, and then over 5 billion on the planet took at least one dose of this.
Devil.
You too damn tolerant. I'm gonna say it again. You're too tolerant. Other nations will make examples of their people. See, you see how quiet you got? It's real. And if they don't get held accountable, I don't give a damn what none of them have to say. This is why some of you ain't having on your platforms, but you had that devil Fauci on there. I'm gonna say it again. Many of you had that open devil who pushed AZT that was killing people dealing with AIDS back in the 80s and 90s. The same devil who was experimenting on dogs and other human beings with this shot and other shots, and he has now been brought in front of the U.S. House Committee at least 5 times and walked back every damn thing he said. Did you hear what I just said to you? I know y'all didn't watch the 3-hour interview. I know you didn't watch it. This bastard literally walked back everything. Well, I didn't actually say that. The 6 feet rule, it didn't come about by science, it just happened. That was his actual word. Well, we didn't experiment necessarily. Yes, we did do gain of function, but, I mean, well, the reason why some of you don't have enough energy against his enemy is because it's too hard. But if Fauci was black, y'all be in front of his house right now. And that's the no, can I say it again? If Fauci were a black man, you would be in front of his house right now. You be making music about him, you be doing all kind of crazy stuff. But because he's a white man. And even other white folks say this. Because he's white. Y'all soft. Let me move on, because some of y'all feel. Get me off the stage. You take me off the stage. You need to be held accountable too. Because what you fail to realize, and I'm going to say this, I'm speaking to the heart of our people now. Brothers and sisters, all of y'all have a soldier inside of you. These children and those who are right above that age, you have to be mindful that whatever fight we are fighting now, they will inherit. If we don't end it now, they will inherit it. End it now. Say it with me. End it now. End it now. End it now. So another topic is reparations. This has everything to do with it. Just when we talk about responsibility, people get quiet. Let's move on. People who are a part of our reparations happen to be the ADL. I'm talking about people who are involved in this. The Anti-Defamation League. How many of you have heard of that organization? Okay. An organization who say they are created to, fight for Jewish people. Okay, I have no problem with that side. But why do you work with the FBI to investigate and help to assassinate my black leaders? Why have you always done this for over 80 years? The ADL is a part of that. The CDC, the Center for Disease Control, is a part of those who have to be held accountable for reparations. The state of Israel, who send in their military training to train the police officers who domestically abuse us with inhumane tactics, are trained by the Israeli military. You have to be held accountable as well. With the experiment that took place on our people over the last 3 years, guess what, United States government? You owe us reparations for that too. Did y'all hear what I just said? So they say, well, for the past, we don't owe you nothing. But what about now? You just injected a biological weapon into my body that you knew, Pfizer, in the trial was going to affect my sperm, my ovaries, my lungs, my brain and nervous system. They knew this in the trial before they released the shots to the public. Did you know that? So that means you intentionally did it, which means you are a murderer. In the court of law. In the court of law. Okay. Y'all with me so far? Certain Arab nations, you were a part of our enslavement. Y'all don't think I was going to go there. Brother Reese, ain't you a Muslim? Yes. Come on. And certain Arab nations, you were a part of our enslavement. You must pay us reparations. Certain African nations. With all due respect, brother. And some of them have apologized, have offered dual citizenship, and a number of other things. So we applaud that. But at the same time, the other nations in Africa that were involved, you must pay reparations too. Would you agree? Yeah. See, we got a call to roll. If you were involved in this, you can't run now. You all up in the music, you all up in the food, you all up in the family, get up in the reparations. You hear me? Y'all nervous? I hope not. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that America will be wise to give our people reparations so that God will consider sparing your destruction. Consider it. Some of y'all don't believe in God, some of y'all call out loud, some of y'all say John, the Most High, Jesus, whatever. Whatever God you refer to, that's fine. But the reality is America is under divine judgment. Would you agree? Yeah. Nations are turning against her. Yep. Saudi Arabia has just refused to renew the 50-year agreement for oil with America. Do any of you have any idea of how big that really is? Russia with China. Now their currencies are #1 with each other. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? Separation. This thing is not about to last too long. So America, you will be wise, I would say, because other nations have always looked at what you have done to black people. And that's another reason why they don't like dealing with you. So at this point, I would say personally, it would be wise for them to give up reparations. Are y'all ready for me to go to the rest of this? Yes, sir. You sure? Yes, all right? Yeah. You strong? Yeah. Okay. We're not just talking because we will have some marching orders at the end of this. The CIA, you absolutely, for the assassination of our leaders, when they traveled, have to pay us or be involved in reparations. This is a, this is a class action lawsuit. Yep. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Raise your hand if you are a lawyer or know of a lawyer. Paralegal. Y'all? Anybody? Okay. See, we need more lawyers. Y'all hear what I'm saying? See, I'm making sure I'm asking this question to make sure we're getting it, because at this point now, once we get done talking about it, we got to put our feet to the ground and start making moves on it. So let's go to the next part here. BRICS, as we already know, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, they have added the United Arab Emirates, they have added other nations. They are coming for the #1 spot. Why does that matter to you? Why does that matter to us? Because the dollar is already going down. So the U.S. government, I believe, is going to wait for it to almost be completely unusable and then want to cut the check. Some of y'all got it, you're like, damn, that makes sense. Hence the reason why we ain't got too much time. See, some of you are celebrating Pride Month. That's so nice. You're celebrating Pride Month. Some of you don't think reparations is possible, but you believe changing your gender is. Losing your damn mind. Go against everything scientific and logical. Oh, black people never get reparations, but here, chop this off. I'm a woman now. To the trans community, you know I'm speaking the truth. And trust me, if you run up, you will be dealt with as who you are. With love, I say that to you, but I see some of y'all get beside yourself. If it applies, it applies. If it don't, hey, leave it alone. And I say that to the entire LGBTQ plus and whatever community. We have family who are part of that, we get that. But since when has that become a damn nationality? When does that become something of a nationhood? How is that flag tied to the U.S. flag? You know that means when it's tied together, that means that is a declarized or declared nation. which means from the top of this nation, as they put the damn flag on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, they hung it right on the front of the White House, which means the United States government is saying this is the nationality. We're not American, we're LGBTQ rainbow. And other nations are laughing at us. And they're saying, yeah, your men are women, right? All right, y'all, let's start training. Let's start training. Your men are women, right? Yeah, y'all got them weapons ready? You got that? Your men are women, right? You can understand foreign policy and understand how people look over here. So when a brother said you need to start training, what does that mean? Get off the damn computer. Be honest with yourself. Start getting in the gym. Do your calisthenics. Train in martial arts, boxing. Whatever the hell we're going to do. But know that whatever happens over there will happen here. I'm almost done.
And train the kids.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Gotta train.
Giving black people reparations will automatically boost the economy. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Let's break this down real quick. I think Dave Chappelle had a skit on this. But a brother said, reparations has been granted to black people by the United States government. Hundreds of billions or a couple trillion. Yeah, trillion. Sounds better. Some trillions, right?
Yeah.
Say trillion. Say trillion. You're like, brother, I just can't say it. I don't believe it. Say trillion. He said reparations was given to black people, and what happened? Say trillion. He said reparations was given to black people, and what happened? All of our people went out and paid all the phone bills, paid all the rent. But no, y'all, it's funny, but it's real. And where did that money go? Right back into the economy. And in the skit, they said, man, the recession is over. The U.S. government is now, it's all good. There's no more debt. They're like, brother, that ain't, no, really, that's how it goes. It's actually that simple because our people, we have this habit to go and spend money on all kinds of things. But the reality is if you're spending in this nation, it's going to get back into the economy some way, somehow. At this point, the United States government is over $33 trillion in debt.
34!
And it's still counting. Now, I said over 33 because it's definitely way more than that. So as we're looking at it, be mindful of the fact that although it will boost the economy, the reality is, which economy are you trying to boost? Supporting black-owned business is not something that we should just say. Raise your hand if you're a black-owned business. If you have one, raise your hand. That's what I'm talking about. Brother Reza Islam has a black-owned business. All of my employees are black men and black women. And 3 teenagers. Did y'all hear what I just said to you? Who I do business with, black folks. Hey, feel free to buy all of what you want to buy. That's fine. You can buy it, but my employees are black folks. Y'all hear me? Okay. So you want to be soft because we're going to the next part of this here. The reality is many of us are afraid, which is why we have all the smoke for each other and not this open enemy. Some of us don't think that we will even survive if we push hard enough for what it is that we deserve. How many of you know someone that did not believe, but when they started to believe and they kept putting it there, it happened, whatever it was in their life. We have to have belief that this will work. Some of y'all are tired as hell, and I understand. Some of you don't even want to be a part of this. You are comfortable. I'm going to say this really quick again about those who are local politicians. If you do not do what our people need for you to do, are y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because it's y'all who gonna carry this out.
Yeah.
If you're local, I'm specifying, local politician does not do what they promised you they would do if they were to get elected, you must hold them accountable. Yep. You must ostracize them. Yep. You must make an example out of them. Now, I'm not saying put your hands on them per se. But what I'm saying is, make it very well known and obvious that if we have sellouts, that they do not win. Did you hear what I just said to you? Don't get soft now. I done called out many of them to their face and told them straight up, if you sell us out again, you will not be able to come to us to get the people off of you. Did you hear what I just said? Damn, y'all get the business cooler now. You should be clapping hard. Y'all like, damn, brother. All right, calm down. Sister, how tired are you of dealing with this? How tired are you of dealing with all this? Brothers, how tired are you of dealing with it? Are you tired enough to stop killing each other? Are you tired enough to stop patronizing other businesses and organizations and completely focusing on your own? Are you tired enough to stand up against those who try to attack you and let them know you ain't coming over here to stop what we got going? Stay over there and leave us the hell alone. Are you tired enough to demand and then follow it up with action and strategy and organized movement? This is not something we just saying. Some of y'all like, I heard it already, brother. I heard it all. Well, why the hell ain't you done it, brother? Stop with that. I've heard it all before. You ain't did nothing to activate on these words. If we haven't done it, then that's why we got to keep saying it, keep saying it. Big difference, I would tell you this. If we want politicians to do what we say, we have to buy them. Some of y'all don't like that. I'm going to say it one more time for those of you who spend so much money on chicken and Jordans and all that damn stuff you're not supposed to spend money on. If you want a politician to do for you, you got to buy him. For the reason that's illegal. Say that to AIPAC. Say that to all the congresspersons who get paid by pharmaceuticals and oil companies and all these other companies. They get bought and they walk up with, what are they called? Lobbyists. And people will say, listen, hey, we got $1 million to get you in there, but all you have to do is sign on the dotted line and you will be doing A, B, C, D, E, F for our people. And you can get this check. That's how it's done. You know how it's not done? I'm tired of marching, y'all. I'm very serious. How many of you have $1 that you can contribute to a candidate who you know is going to do something for us? $1. I'm not running for nothing, so that ain't the punchline. I'm running for no, it ain't have to. But that's the kind of commitment we need. Brother Reese, have you done it? Yes, I have. I'm not going to tell you which politicians, because I don't need them folks going after it. But I have contributed financially to 2 politicians, got them in office, and they have helped to do so much for the community. Y'all should clap for that. Brother, all y'all doing is talking. No. That's what you think. It's just certain moves that some of us make, we cannot make them publicly. Because this government, as you know, will do their best to prevent it from happening. Do y'all hear me? Some of us are too damn loud. If you know something that you can do to help our people to build, sometimes we do not have to promote it every damn way. Would you agree? All right, I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. Point number 4, what the Muslims want, deals with the descendants of slaves, and that is land. Say land. Say land. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Muslims Farrakhan have talked about this for years and years. Point number 7 deals with equal justice and equal employment. Raise your hand again if you have a black-owned business. Do you employ your own? I'm going to mention this as well for some of you who may have others employed. Black folk, you have to be employable. Alright, brother, reason, calm down, brother. Stop smoking when you are on the clock. Stop drinking when you're on post. Stop being on your phone when you're supposed to be watching for vital information. Stop playing games with our people and then get mad when you get fired and you say, see, our people trying to keep us down. No, you keeping your damn self down. We have to increase in our discipline. Would you agree? Point number 7 deals with, point number 8, pardon me, of what the Muslims want, deals with exempt us from taxation. All right, Elijah Muhammad wrote that. Yes, he did. It's on the back of every Final Call newspaper. If you see a brother with him, grab him. It says it there. These are demands. Did you hear what I said? This is our people. I know it says what the Muslims want. This is for our people, what we want as a people. And other people have already gotten that. Next point I'm going to mention here is, so that we can make sure we understand, California has already introduced a bill where they are looking at $800 billion going towards the descendants of slaves. People are foundational black Americans here in America, specifically California. Did y'all hear about that? If California, it's a big if, but if California passes this, do you know what that will do to the rest of the United States? California is known as that type of state think that when something gets passed, it has a heavy influence over how other states pass laws. $800 billion in California is pretty decent. They're saying that it's roughly $1.2 million per person who was a foundational Black American whose ancestors were killed, etc., raped, robbed on plantations. That's the start. Would you agree? Give a round of applause. Because at the same time, they did something weird a couple of days ago when they started taking down U-turn signs.
Yeah, I saw that.
I heard about that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the LGBT.
Because the LGBT are saying that a U-turn is a homophobic slur. And so they're taking down U-turn signs. If you can do something so damn stupid like that, you better pass that reparations bill and stop playing. You better pass that bill and stop playing with us. Insulting us with things that don't have nothing to do with no damn logic. And if they only got the U-turn signs taken down, guys. What are you talking about? See, some of y'all right now, your brain is like, I can't, brother, wait, I can't even. Some of y'all are Googling it right now. I cannot, no, hell no, really? Yes, really? I'm almost done, y'all. I still can't believe that. My last point here, I'll say this again. Shout out to all of the Black organizations who have been pushing for reparations and who have made steps gradually over the years. Give a round of applause. There are so many elders that we have lost who have been fighting for this for so long. We do not want to die in vain. We cannot allow that. I will say this again. To the artists, to the celebrities, as this government starts to lean in our favor, for whatever reason, whether they feel like they want to do it voluntarily or involuntarily, do not say a damn word. I'm talking about the artists. I'm talking about the athletes. Those of you who are comfortable because you got a little money. Those of you who feel like, man, I ain't got to fight for no reparations. I'm all good over here, man. Y'all just lazy. Y'all just some lazy folks. Why don't you get it like I got it? Why don't you pull yourself up out the mud like I did? I was in the project. I went to jail. I went to shut the hell up. Right now. You are not qualified to say a damn thing when this government is paying what they owe. Shut up, do a dance, make a rap, shut the hell up. Shoot a basketball, throw a football. I love all y'all, you know I do, but when it comes to this topic, you need to sit down. And they think of you just how you portray yourself to be. They believe that you are a monkey. They believe that you are nothing but a dog who throws a ball in the hoop. I'm saying this so we can get sober and that we can humble ourselves. Any of you comedians, any of you who do any of this work out here where you're talking down on the foundational Black Americans, Black folk who are striving to have justice met, you should not have any of our business. I'm gonna say this to y'all. Some of our people have to be boycotted. Did you hear what I just said? These are actions. If they come out here and they start saying, yeah, man, I ain't with all of that, man. I ain't talking about that reparation stuff, man. We over here making, we can change, you know what I'm saying? Negroes, sit down. Matter of fact, a group of us will pull up on them and educate them. You know how the Jews do? As soon as you say something about Israel, that's what happened. Yes. Hi, yes, I'm Mr. Goldstein. I heard you were talking about us over there. How are we going to clean this up? Then they come out, I'm sorry about saying things about Israel. I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm not anti-Semitic. I believe that the people, you know what I'm saying, they deserve. Y'all done seen it. Every single one of them. Millionaires and billionaires. You mean to tell me your billions didn't free you from massa? Wow. So money isn't the ultimate goal, it's just a part of it. Because we have to have economic freedom, we must have the land that we need, we have to get our leg and our foot put back in a place where we are balanced. While we're working, while we're running our businesses, we have to continue to fight for that which is owed because of the blood spilled by our ancestors, and that is reparations. Thank you very much. Ain't no shameless plug. Them these Black employees just
What up, black people? Okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank you, each and every one of you guys, for coming out today. Please clap it up for yourselves, because this lets me know that you are actually the serious black people about getting reparations. Y'all serious. Y'all was out here in the hot sun. Y'all rock with us. So please give yourselves a hand. Please. Also, for all of our amazing speakers, please clap it up for them. Where's the close it out? I'd love to hear him speak. He was really speaking back. So you guys, what I want to kind of leave you guys with, first I want to thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for coming to the cookout. The reparation, this is a cookout, y'all. I'm sorry. And everybody not invited. So it's just, you know who's invited, who's not. So I want to tell you guys, first of all, I'm so hot. But I want to say one more thing before I leave. FBA! FBA! Cut my check! Cut my check! Give me my money! Give me my money! Give me my money! Clap it up for yourselves, y'all. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Like Brenda said, like California is passing the bill. We're on our way. Have hope. Love you guys. Please support black businesses. Support black businesses. And you guys, we're having an after party. So those of you guys that are sticking around, we have a little after party later from 7 p.m. to 11. So if you guys would like to come to the after party, we will be there. Let me give it to you. So the restaurant is called Provost, P-R-O-V-O-S-T. And the address is 2129 Rhode Island, Northeast Washington, D.C. 20018. Restaurant is called Upscaled. They have amazing food. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.